Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive. Still, great day to be alive, but a disappointing night yesterday for the Milwaukee Bucks. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me on a Weed Man Wednesday, they had the tractor trailer out there dropping all the seeds or whatever they do to make the grass look great for Brad Nortman and the Nortman Estate.
You know, I got the text this morning, hey, can the Weed Man come out and service your weeds? I said, absolutely. They brought the Weed Man Mobile again.
The Weed Man Mobile.
A lot of room to cover on that lawn. So the Weed Man Mobile, he was just rolling right through. Lawn looks great.
No Kyle Wallace, although I am the Bucks loss hit him hard because I was expecting, from what I had heard, he was on vacation. I didn't expect much from him in terms of I probably would have disappeared off the map. But the Bucks loss got to Kyle. He is in a bad place. Somebody who is able to keep perspective and emotions in check more than Kyle Wallace, who probably has the same fandoms and same, love for those teams, is Gabe Neitzel. Gabe, host of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, is going to be with us for all 3 hours of Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Because if you don't know the drill, for the last, 5, 6, 7 years, Gabe?
So I have participated in the Ringer event every year since 2019. So this is my 7th year. 7th year of doing this.
How many times have I been slapped for 7 years?
No. That is just more of a recent tradition of people raising money just so Ben Brust can get slapped. I've slapped you. Scals has slapped you. Josh slapped you.
Who delivered the best slap?
Greg
gave a really good one.
The one person I actually trusted most to not slap me across the face, the best man in my wedding.
Yeah.
The co-host of Scals and Brust with me for 6 years.
And
a lot of built-up animosity.
Honestly, I think he was the most excited for it, too. Because I think I still have the video of Josh. Josh did it at the old studio.
Oh, and he was shivering.
Yeah, he was...
If anyone wants that slap back, though, it is one Josh DiMaggio, who, I don't even want to relive the story, got unbelievably embarrassed by me not inviting him to my wedding at a work meeting. I will not relive that. What'd I say?
He got embarrassed by you. Didn't you get embarrassed by you?
That's the thing is that the whole don't get embarrassed and don't have a lot of shame thing probably led to the fact that I embarrassed him.
Yeah, you've worked with him for what, over a year now, Strophy?
Yeah.
This man feels no shame. Has zero shame.
Yeah, I think he's getting better as he...
I have more awareness of it.
I was about to say,
father.
Awareness is something.
But maybe it's not landing.
I don't think he feels any shame at any point.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love that you're trying to find the good in me.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you want your producer to see the best in you.
And I want to see the best of KBN Nation today at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Listen more. Gabe, you've teamed up not with just Greg Matzik, but also Steven Watson.
Correct.
And we got a lofty goal here, but I think we're doing pretty well already.
Yeah, we're in a really good spot. And look, KBN Nation has always come through for us every year that we've done this for the MAC Fund. They have been very generous. They've had some fun with us whenever we decide to do this. So if you want to participate at any point today, just text GOLF, GOLF, to the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. A link will be sent directly to your phone. You can donate from there. A couple little notes that if you want to know, if you donate at least $25, you'll be entered to win pizza for a year, courtesy of our friends at Palermo's. That does come with a pizza oven as well, by the way. And right now, your donation will be doubled. We have a match going on. Our friends over at Paintings for Pediatrics, my buddy Craig Sorbo, who's the founder and president of that great organization, has a $10,000 match.
Wow.
Going on right now. We've got about $8,000 of that match still to use. So we want to try to use that up as much as we can. And This event was supposed to be tomorrow. It got pushed back a week because the weather looks terrible for tomorrow. So we've got a little bit more time to raise the money.
Well, what I'm seeing right now, and I want to set a goal as we jump into the Milwaukee Bucks, is there's 39 supporters on the page. We need 34 for Giannis. 34 supporters today during Kyle Brust Nortman to help the MAC Fund. Just know that your donation is helping fight childhood cancer. And so I will say that a lot. And for those who have missed it, last year, Zerbal Concrete came out of nowhere with a $1,000 donation that led to Kyle Wallace and myself, while Brad Nortman was out of town, getting a Brazilian wax. What Kyle Wallace doesn't know, or at least if he's not listening, which I assume he's somewhere in the middle of nowhere enjoying some sun, hopefully.
Wait. Your co-host doesn't tell you where he goes on vacation?
He does, but he isn't like us talking.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
he's weird about it. Very weird about it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
He is weird about it.
He's so weird about it.
I don't know where he is. Legitimately.
I know where he is
because we kind of pry.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going? Who are you going with?
Like, we had to dig it out of him.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
It's a little odd. So maybe he's not where he told us. But regardless.
Now, that would be the ultimate.
That would be sick.
There are some things that we will ask for, again, for donations, entice you with Kyle Wallace involvement without Kyle Wallace's blessing. So you must take that at its word, which his word doesn't mean much here. He's halfway Kyle Wallace. But I got some fun stuff planned. But I need to start where all of us probably last night couldn't get enough of. And when I say enough of, I couldn't stop watching and looking for content about what the hell happened after the game, which is sad because the way the Milwaukee Bucks played last night, it felt as if they were due to come home for a Game 6 at Five Star Forum, and I know that Milwaukee would have showed out. It would have been an unbelievable atmosphere, one in which probably would have propelled them to a win no matter what, and you're forcing Game 7. To be honest, I could go back and relive the fact that I don't love the way they handled the regulation and the way it got to overtime. And then at the end, being up 7 with 35 seconds left and blowing that sucked. As Strofe would say, how do you feel about that? Strofe, what was the last 35 seconds left?
It sucked massively.
Yeah, he's just going to come up with new ways to say how it sucked. But I can't get the image out of Tyrese Haliburton's dad on the floor. I just can't. And it's one of those things where I'll share it. When I was in high school, I had a dad and a brother who loved me a lot. Like, is one of those things where it's great to have no, that wasn't cool worthy.
What?
Thank you, Gabe.
What?
It's not. It's one of those things where
Because his dad and his brother loved him?
Cool.
I feel so blessed to have Alex Stroh producing the show.
Cool.
My dad and my brother started living through me, I think, a little bit, right? And I think parents do that. If you're listening and you're a parent, maybe you do it. And if you don't think you do it, maybe it's you, but you see other parents doing it. It starts way too early now. 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. They have these kids specialize in sports, and they don't get to play all this different sports that we played. Gabe, Brad, and myself, we're all around the same age. You probably played more than baseball.
I did. Played 3 sports. Small town.
Brad.
Yeah, I played basketball, soccer, baseball, football, everything.
I played everything. And now that you get a specialized world where you start paying all this money to start playing in different sports, Strofe, I don't know what you played. Whatever you played, you weren't good at it.
It was so good.
I just said in Gabe and Brad's ear, I don't know why he didn't ask me.
I mean,
I was a multiple sport athlete.
I couldn't help it.
You were a multiple sport guy on the roster.
Yeah.
You're a multiple sport participant.
Yeah.
If we're using the word athlete, we're using
You were
it
about as useful as John Haliburton
A
on those
roster
teams.
spot.
Should have been in the stands. This is why I didn't go to you. It turned into a complete lash out of your athletic abilities. My point is when I went to the University of Wisconsin, they give you a certain amount of tickets you can use for family, and you can always get from other players. And I told my family, because there was times in high school where I was embarrassed about what my brother and my dad had done, like in terms of being a fan. I said, if you guys don't change, and like it's not about you guys, it's about me and the team. It's about the team. You guys won't get tickets from me. Behavioral changes started happening right away. And that's where my head went. Is like, if this was your dad, what would you do? Because that part of me kind of feels bad for Tyrese Haliburton, because what TA said last night, I want to go to this first, Rove. Giannis Antetokounmpo went in and recorded for Thanalis' show. And when he went in, he talked about a specific perspective that when everything was going on, the blowing of the 7-point lead, the on the floor after the court or after the game on floor antics between, everyone. There was a lot of stuff. There was some dapping up. There was a little scuffle. They were talking a lot of crap. That's all great. I think everyone understood that what it happens in between the lines from the 48 minutes played for however many games there were, you can still get after each other, but there's a mutual respect. I mean, it clearly wasn't the hockey handshake line that you saw, but there is a respect there, and that respect was crossed. Do you have it, Mr. Strofe?
Which one is that?
Thanasis
Antetokounmpo
from last night,
talking about what he was shocked by when seeing John Haliburton, Tyrese Haliburton's dad, come onto the floor. Here we go. We're going to give it a shot.
Why was that more important than your son? Why was it so important that Giannis lost or the Bucks lost than your son hitting the bet, like your son having a great series? Like that to me, we're not talking about basketball. Forget basketball. Mm-hmm. That to me, I'm all about the family.
He's all about the family. Giannis is saying the first thing I would do is go to my brother or my son. I heard Chewy call him a clown. He's a clown. I just think it was a douche move. It was Bush League. It was absolutely ridiculous to disrespect somebody who was just going out there. And the part that makes me most mad for Giannis is he does the least amount of talking out there of anybody on the floor. The guy gets fouled. There could have been flagrant ones. Did he complain once? No. But yet he's the one that Tyrese Haliburton's dad is going to chirp at, swear at, disrespect after the game. It's just ridiculous. And so I feel bad for Tyrese Haliburton from that standpoint. But like, good. He's such a better person than all of us. 90% of us in that moment, in the heat of battle, would have wanted and likely wanted to, in that moment, right when he confronted him, confront him back and get in his face. Giannis had time to take a second, then go talk to him. He's a better person than me and anybody that I know.
John Haliburton is lucky that wasn't Bobby Portis standing there, because otherwise today would have a very different tone.
That's a good point.
Gary Trent.
Well, no,
I mean like I know Bobby's got Bobby has like the tough guy reputation.
Well, no. He's got that for a reason.
Yeah.
For sure. He lives that life. But I'm saying even somebody who doesn't live that life would have punched Tyrese Haliburton's dad. He's lucky that it was the one person in the world that has a background that he's been talked about, and we've seen documentaries about his upbringing that keeps him so humbled, even in the hardest moment of defeat, in which we all have weird feelings that we all think he's going to be a Milwaukee Buck because he's Giannis. Is there a possibility he's not? Yes. Do I want to go through that right now? No. But the one person that wouldn't clock him was Giannis, and he got lucky.
Yeah, and this is why if there is a scenario where Giannis is not in the Milwaukee Bucks, it's even more painful because Giannis he's better than all of us, guys. I mean, he just is. He has a level of dignity, a level of respect and restraint that you just can't find in any other superstar. He is always saying the right thing, doing the right thing. And when it takes somebody like this, like, John Haliburton, John is his first name. I mean, he looks incredibly small and insecure, and Giannis would be completely in his right to respond. I mean, Giannis has earned the respect of everybody on that floor and everybody in the basketball world. And what John Haliburton did, taking that moment away from his son, because his son had the game-winning basket in a game-clinching game. That's a career-defining moment for him, and he took that spotlight and he put it on himself. And that's a selfish, insecure move to do. When it comes to Giannis, this would make it even more painful for him to leave. The last visual of Giannis wearing a Milwaukee Buck jersey is him being chirped at by John Haliburton in a Game 5 first-round loss. That's why I can't even process that would be the truth. I just can't.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. If that was your dad, what would you do? Because I want the old schools to come in here, because I'm so sick of parents living through their child and letting it then look bad on the child. It's embarrassing, and I wish Giannis would have clocked him, but ultimately Giannis is better than all of us, so he didn't clock him. That's just the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder where was Tyrese Haliburton during this all?
Because celebrating with his teammates,
he jumped up on the table. Yep. Like after Gary Trent's shot went, short or whatever it did, like he jumped up on the table, understandably so.
Yeah, I mean,
just the euphoria of winning the series, hitting that shot.
That's okay to me.
He jumped up on the scores. Of course, celebrate, man. And to Thanasis' point, like it would have been a really cool moment if the fan, aka his father, wandered out on the court and jumped into his son's arms.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that's a cool family moment. Instead, the fan. This is the part that I just can't. How the hell is he allowed just to wander on the floor like that?
Dude, he made it 3/4 of the way across the floor. Like Giannis was on the other end, it seemed.
No, he came from behind him.
Yeah,
so he was sitting baseline.
Gotcha.
And he wandered. So after he made the shot, he looked like he was in the second row. He kind of creeped up in the front row. After the shot went out, he walked out onto the floor. How the hell does security let that happen? At a golf event. I don't know if you guys remember this from a couple of years ago. Nick Taylor is a Canadian golfer. Won the Canadian Open on an made a 72-foot eagle putt in a playoff to win it. First time a Canadian like 50 years had won it. A fellow Canadian golfer wanted to rush the green and had a bottle of champagne that he was going to spray him with. Security tackled his ass. It was a great form tackle. It was a beautiful tackle of Adam Hadwin. And Hadwin laughs about it. Everybody laughs about it to this day because, I mean, he looks like a fan, right? Like he had been done playing. He went out there. The security guard didn't know. How the hell is he allowed to wander out on the floor? He is a fan. That's all he is. He's not an owner. He's not a member of the front office. He's not a coach. He's a fan that wandered out onto the floor. And something like that just, you can't allow that. That sets such a bad precedent if you allow a fan to wander out onto the floor. Chewy brought this up earlier today to your guys' point of getting clocked. You do that in an NFL game, best of luck to you, pal.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Best of luck to you.
As Ashton and Sheboygan chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line, to your point about Bobby breaking somebody's jaw, Giannis has had an evolution as well. John Haliburton is lucky Giannis didn't channel his Mike Dunleavy energy that turns into this Malice at the Palace 2.0. If you don't remember, not randomly, I mean, it was over the top, but Mike Dunleavy got tackled into the first row against the Milwaukee Bucks when he was Chicago Bull.
Giannis got him really
speaking
good.
Of form tackle.
Yeah, it was real good.
Wasn't it when Giannis scored 60? It was against the Pacers, wasn't it? When they tried to keep the ball from him. There is something about this Pacer organization that loves to troll Giannis. Maybe it's jealousy, right? Maybe that they look up to our neighbors to the north and see how good we have it with a superstar and a title that they don't have. But there's something about this team that loves to try to get underneath his skin. I'm just proud of him that he could not have handled it any better before, during, or after.
I do want to hear a little bit of what Giannis had to say on the other side. Plus, at this point, I want to know if you can live in a world where Giannis isn't a Milwaukee Buck. Because at this point, I can't. I can't. I don't care what you get back for Giannis. I'd rather have Giannis representing the Milwaukee Bucks for the rest of the time that he is living and breathing and playing basketball than have to live in a world where I'm hoping that whatever they get back can turn into something that grows in 5 to 6 years, because the odds of that are so slim that when you have someone like Giannis, you just can't let go. 800-990-3776. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Gabe Neitzel in for Kyle Wallace. We're raising money for the MAC Fund. Text GOLF to 800-990-3776. We need 34 donations. Doesn't matter what size donation.
We're up to one. Shout out to Sue. We've got our first donation of the day, $25 from Sue.
Love it. Doesn't matter how much you can give. If you help us, we will help you with some content as well. We've got some ideas that we can share with you. But next we hear from Giannis.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
2 Wisconsin icons are teaming up on a reworked classic. Cousin Subs and U-Zingers are proud to introduce the all-new Fried Bologna Sub, featuring U-Zingers fried bologna, bacon, American cheese, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on fresh-baked Italian bread. And that's not all. Pair your fried bologna with a creamy cupcake shake topped with whipped cream and rainbow sprinkles. Now that's a better combination. Order both in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of me earning rewards on all of the purchases I make with Educators Credit Union's debit card. Whether I'm buying groceries, putting gas in my car, or knocking down pins at the bowling alley, I can earn major rewards points. I can redeem my points for cash back, gift cards, concert tickets, travel experiences, and a whole lot more. Join Educators Credit Union and start earning today at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You gotta fight for your right to party!
I can't imagine a world where Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't a Milwaukee Buck. Whether I'm stupid or not, I guess we'll see. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Gabe Neitzel in for the whole show. Text golf to 800-990-3776. We're looking to get 34 donations for our guy Giannis, just to support him and to support the MAC Fund and Gabe and everything they got going on to help fight childhood cancer. As we continue to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis's future, I do just want everyone to have a chance to listen to a portion of what he said, because when Giannis speaks, not a great listener, but I can tell you this: when I hear Giannis, I usually like to shut up and just take in something from someone who has more perspective than I could ever have.
This is the last time I'm going to say. I won't talk a lot. We lost the game. It doesn't really matter. One thing I'll say is that I believe like being humble in victory. That's how I am. Now there's can be a lot of people out there that are like, no, when you win the game, you got tag, and it's a green light for you to be disrespectful towards somebody else. I disagree. I've won the championship. They haven't. Okay, and that doesn't even say anything. I'm not trying to minimize their effort, but I remember when I won, my mom that she's never missed the games, never missed a game. When we won the championship, I remember my mom, she was scared to cross. She was like, am I allowed to come and hug my son? I see, except now my brother does media. For this year, he wants to come back and play, but like, except in that, you've never seen my family like see courtside. See, this is not something that we do. We don't. I try to keep my family away from the game. But losing the game, emotions run high. Having a fan, which at the moment I thought he was a fan, but then I realized it was Tyrese's son, which I love. Tyrese, I think, is a great competitor. He was his dad. Sorry, coming in the floor and showing me his son a towel with his face. This is what we do. This is what we effing do. This is the F we do. I feel like that's very, very disrespectful.
It is, and Giannis nailed it. He didn't say anything that's not factual, and I'm just glad that he was able to, after all that, go to a press conference and say the right words.
Are you jealous of Giannis because he's more articulate in his second language than you are in your first?
I don't think I'm jealous. I think I'm just super impressed.
Okay,
because I'm crazy impressed because I've seen those same things. So like, imagine this being your second language and be able to articulate everything that happened in a succinct manner, in a manner that connects with everyone listening. Now, whether you're a Pacers fan and you just want to hate on him, you might not listen to it and take it all in. But every comment I went through, if it's just from like a source of like a national media source, everyone's like, yeah, this guy has my utmost respect.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to fame, you guys have heard the line, fame doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are.
Ooh.
And with Giannis and the Antetokounmpo family, like, you're just continue to be reminded on who they are. And even Giannis, when he was at the mountaintop, 2021, winning the NBA championship, he was always the same guy. He always remained humble. And even in these moments where the spotlight is on him, and he would be ultimately justified to just burn the Haliburton family, he didn't do it. So for me, it just goes back to like, the idea of Giannis not being a Buck.
Yep.
There's just, they don't make superstars like Giannis. Like, forget Giannis's freak athleticism and ability to be efficient and a teammate and all that. From a disposition, from a personality, dude, they don't make superstars like that.
What did we hear about Shedeur Sanders? You don't play football all the time. You're a human being the majority of the time. And I think not comparing the two, I just think when I heard that, I think it was Chris Carter who said that. I was like, oh, that resonates, right? Like, it's not just what you can do on the floor. It's who you are as a person, and who he continues to show to be makes you fall in love with him every time that you hear from him and watch him. So at this point, if somebody wants to, I'll hear you out. Tell me what you would take for him, or if you would even trade for him. Because at this point, I would do everything in my will to just keep Giannis. And he himself said about a year ago, when talking with a European magazine, that he'd have to be kicked out of there. He's not the type of person that would request a trade. I'm glad he put that out there, because now it's on the Milwaukee Bucks to be the ones that are going to be the new Dallas Mavericks. And if you have a blueprint of what not to do, the Dallas Mavericks gave you it. Trading a superstar and completely forgetting all the fans, because I guarantee, I'm asking for people to tell me if you wouldn't want Giannis and if you would trade him right now, because I want it to be silent. This is the one time I actually don't want to hear from people, even though I do want to hear from people, if that makes sense. I want to know who the ones are, because the majority of people, from what I can feel, would rather go down dying with Giannis and him being the focal point of this team, even if it means that it may not be as competitive enough roster to win a championship. I can't imagine watching the Milwaukee Bucks without the person, the player that he is.
He's our guy. And that was what Luka was to Dallas, right? Like, Luka wasn't just a player to the Mavericks when he got traded away. Giannis is more of a player than us here in Milwaukee. Like, this is literally, like we were just joking about, like, this is where he learned a lot of the English that he's now so articulate in speaking in these unbelievable moments that he's given us the last couple of postseasons of being able to express how he feels and being very articulately being able to express whatever has been going on. We got to watch Giannis grow up, not just as a basketball player, but quite literally as a human being, going from the little scrawny guy he was,
he's got 4 kids,
18 years old, to being this hulk of a person with now a wife and 4 kids, and he's ours. Like, we got to watch him grow up over these last 11, 12 years, and it means more. It's something different.
And imagine you saying that about Luka and them not understanding what Luka meant to the Mavericks. Luka wasn't there as long as Giannis.
No.
Luka hasn't done as much as Giannis has done for the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go to Ken in Milwaukee, 800-990-3776. You're up on the Carveless Talk and Text line.
Hey, fellas. Two things I just want to touch on. One, what you asked about his dad and, the trolling and everything. Sadly, like, that's the culture. Every reel you turn on, the other team turns and trolls, player trolls. His dad shouldn't have been on the court. That was absolutely classless. But we can't expect other athletes and parents to act like Giannis, because we all know Giannis is just rare. He's a humble dude. I mean, the guy won the MVP, went to his press conference, said, "Thank you so much, but after today, don't call me MVP till I win a championship." Guys don't do that. Giannis does that. As far as trading Giannis, I would never want to see him leave. We're a small market. Every small market, you wish to catch a superstar. We caught one. But the thing is you look at these guys and you look at the situation we're in with our salary cap, with Dame's injury next year, because that's really going to hamstring a lot. When the Packers signed Xavier McKinney and Josh Jacobs, the first thing they said was, "I just want to go somewhere where I have a chance to win." I think Giannis knows, I can be here and I'm a great player and I'll elevate us to the playoffs. But I think everybody knows Giannis, with the group of role players we have, can't get us to a championship anymore. And if we do move him, I hope it doesn't. I hope somehow we work out something where someone takes Dame's contract. But if we do move him, I think fans need to understand they're not going to put Giannis up for auction and take the biggest deal. They're not going to ship Giannis somewhere he doesn't want to go. This will all be done behind the scenes without the media knowing step for step. They'll let him pick his destination, and then they'll work out the best compensation they can.
Yeah, and I appreciate the call, Ken.
I disagree with that. I don't know if Bucks ownership is going to sign up for that.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't.
Because think about now who's in control. And I know that Wes has the governorship, so he's the one who's running ultimately. So he did get to win a championship with Giannis. But did the Haslams just buy into the Bucks to see the evaluation
go
of the
down?
Franchise go down?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens the second you trade Giannis.
I mentioned yesterday,
the thing you bought into now is worth less.
There's a hotel that was built right next to Fiserv Forum. There is a new concert venue that I walked by yesterday being built right now. And yes, concerts and whatnot, they're different, but this is all because of him and because of what he's been able to do. On the Talking Text as well, Creston and Whitewater, and a lot of these, which I'm love seeing this. I have probably 1 to 5 ratio of one person saying trade him and 4 people saying along the lines of this. No amount of first-round picks would make losing Giannis okay and make fans like me be like, you know what? One day we'll be good again.
Well, because here's the problem. It's not like the Bucks are supplementing those first-round picks with their own first-round picks that are going to be bad. Because you trade away Giannis, this team's going to be bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
They don't have control over those picks. They're either locked up in previous trades or pick swaps. They're not going to have any of those. And those first-round picks, the haul of picks that you get back, unless they happen to belong to somebody else, they're not going to be worth that much either. If you trade Giannis to Houston, and Houston has Giannis, and they continue to finish high in the West and make Western Conference Finals, guess where you're picking? At the back part of the draft. That's not doing you any good. That's not actual value on the return of trading away Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And let's go to Diana McGuanago, 800-990-3776. You're an optimist, Dirty D. What do you got on the future of Yanni?
Well, first of all, I'm a ticket holder. I cannot imagine my life without Giannis.
Well said. What's the second part?
Said.
Okay, I think that's it from Diana.
but in
yes,
fairness
this speaks to everything we're saying.
In fairness to that, think about Fiserv Forum. Fiserv has never not known Giannis. Like, I can. When I first moved to Milwaukee in 2013, and I mean, I've been a Bucks fan before that too, and went to some pretty empty arenas inside the Bradley Center.
Yeah.
But the Bradley Center was pretty empty. Couldn't give away. Like, they won like less than 20 games one of those years when they ended up drafting Jabari Parker the following year. Fiserv Forum's never been empty like that because we've always had Giannis.
We're starting to live in fantasy land on some of the people that want trade compensation here. You can get a superstar, a starter, and 3 to 4 first-round picks.
Okay, so here's also where it becomes complicated. The NBA salary structure, which I kind of have a grasp on, but don't fully have a grasp on.
It's complicated.
It's so complicated.
First apron, second apron, luxury tax.
What kind of team? What kind of team are you dealing with? Because if it's a team in the second apron, they can't aggregate
They can't do
salaries.
anything, and if they have guys that you want, like, it's got to match up. So that's where you got to get that trade machine out if you're one of those people.
Where's Evan Cohen?
Yeah, well, we could call him. He might.
You know what, maybe if for the first time in my life, if I gave Evan Cohen an assignment, I think he would gladly give me like 3 or 4 trades that would actually work
for Giannis.
I just think you look at this and say to yourself, we've seen this movie before, right? The Bucks in the 90s, the 2000s, they were a middling, stuck in, purgatory franchise that would maybe get to the 8th seed, and we're living like in a play-in type game. So
you know what's fun? When you and Kyle and myself and Gabe would absolutely be able to join this is randomly list off players from those years that it was ugly and be like, oh, can't believe that guy played. But you know what's more fun? Being a competitive franchise with a superstar on your team. So I'll keep fielding the
Carlos Delfino.
Perfect.
Tim Thomas.
Brandon Knight.
Oh, wow.
Brandon Knight.
Gabe's going to beat me at this.
Yeah, he'll beat you at this. Somebody texted me the other day, and you showed me a picture. I got the text yesterday. Somebody texted me and goes, hey, I hear you talking about it. How do you get me in touch with Weedman? It's weedman.com. And it's a Weedman Wednesday here.
All you left out. You got a hat. You got a shirt over there. You guys are cool. Because Weedman is cool.
I washed my shirt and I forgot to bring it because it's starting to stink a little bit. I wore it 10 times in a row, so I got to make sure I bring that back.
Shocking.
You can have that lush green, weed-free yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, and they're already starting to do so. I can see even the difference of color in my yard versus my neighbors, and I'm already proud with the work that Weedman's done for me. You can have that same work done by going to weedman.com. Get 50% off your first treatment, half off at weedman.com. Weedman for the win. It is kid and pet friendly. Kid and pet friendly. Weedman.com. I love the passion from KBN Nation right now. I just love it. We'll continue with Giannis and the future of the Milwaukee Bucks next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
A Blaine's Farm and Fleet original story. why is everyone coming on their riding mowers and UTVs?
I figured all the neighbors could use a break from yard work, so I invited them for
a ride-on lawnmower movie?
Or, as I like to say, a movie.
We've got the value you need to do things your way, like a free Wild Bite fishing kit when you spend $50 on fishing gear. Save $30 on all Kurt towing hitches, and all Blazer trailer lighting is 25% off. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Take me out to the ball game, roll out the barrel, and get up, get out of here, gone. There's nothing like Milwaukee baseball. And Discount Liquor is here to help you turn your tailgate or game viewing experience into a grand slam. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where since 1960, we've been your one-stop shop for everything alcohol-related. This baseball season, make plans to stop by Discount Liquor, because when the division rivals from Chicago visit, the more booze, the better. With a selection of over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, liquor, and mixers, all at the lowest prices in town, Discount Liquor has got you covered. We are your one-stop shop this baseball season. Discount Liquor, 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Gave our producer Alex Strofe a fun task to try and come up via the NBA trade machine if there is even a possibility of trading Giannis and getting something in return that would even make you open your eye to the opportunity of doing it, because I think we're all in alignment here. As Gabe said it best, he is ours. Giannis is ours. We love him so much. We grew up with him. He grew up with us. He's more articulate than Ben Brust speaking on a podium after a basketball game than Ben Brust is on his own radio show. That being said, there were people around for the days in which Kareem was traded. And then what happened? Well, Rick and Pewaukee, you can share with us on the Carbless Talking text line.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember the situation back with Kareem. And the difference is Kareem wanted to move on. He wanted to be in a big market.
Mm-hmm.
But basically what they got for Kareem, if anybody remembers, they got a center by the name of Elmore Smith. They got Brian Winters. And they got I think this is remember what it was, 2 draft choices where they drafted Junior Bridgman and Dave Myers, a great player from UCLA, ironically. And you got 4 great players, or good players. They weren't great, but good players. And they never got to another championship. You know, that whole time that those guys were there. So when it comes to trading a great player that the city loves, and like a generational, or even whatever you want to call Kareem, you know, one of the greatest. I mean, you never really get back, I don't think, after looking at that, what would be fair compensation.
Yeah, I think Rick hit it on the head there, because we were talking about the 2000s and whatnot. There was a drought of 50 years in between championships.
Yeah, a brutal drought.
50-year drought. There's no guarantee that if you move on from Giannis, what you get back gets you even closer to a championship, so you might as well enjoy what you have and the person that calls Wisconsin home, and that is Giannis. Roberto and Racine, you're a Bucks season ticket holder. Can you do this without Giannis?
As I stated, thank you for taking my call. As I stated, no. I would, the 10 years, I've been 16 years season ticket holder. I've been a Bucks fan since I was 16, saw the first championship, saw the second championship. These 10 years with Giannis, for me, has made me very, very happy as a season ticket holder. Honestly, if we traded him, I don't see why or how. I would ask that my next 3 seasons to get me out of my contract.
Powerful.
The people have spoken.
You know, the irony is, in order to win an NBA championship, you need a lot, right? You probably need 2 bona fide superstars and then like a third, like Robin-esque type of superstar.
That's kind of changing even now.
With more complete teams?
Yeah.
But even with that being said, the hardest part is finding, I mean, because even like Oklahoma City, they're well rounded out, but they got Shea. And, And Cleveland has like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, you need a top of the line superstar, yes.
So I would say for Milwaukee, that's the hardest part, is getting a superstar. Because we've gone through all these teams and we're naming guys. There's been some solid Bucks teams throughout, but could never get like a bona fide top 10 superstar in the NBA. And we have that. We have had that. The idea of trading that away in hopes for a lottery ticket that you find another one someday, it's just, even outside of the heart equation, the head says, wait a minute, we're never going to get a guy like Giannis again. We're just hoping that it works out.
Jaws in Milwaukee chimes in, keep Giannis. As fun as it is pulling old Bucks names, which we've been doing, got Robert Tractor Trailer texting in, Terrell Brandon, Mo Williams. You can name random names, as he's mentioning. He names...
I had 2 of those 3 jerseys, by the way.
Allah.
Good for you.
Can you guys help me here?
Roster.
Can you help me? Allah Abdelinabi.
Oh, I don't.
That's a former Buck. I probably didn't say his name right.
Okay.
I love having a star who is also a top flight human. Jaws in Milwaukee, and again, I just love. I want this show to be about Giannis. This is all about Giannis because he Dame injury, it happened. It's unfortunate. He's likely out all of next year. He's got a player option, but despite all that, there still is an opportunity. I made fun of Brad. So I was like, you can't just pull at his heartstrings and think it works. Sometimes I think to myself, I don't even know if you have to pull at his heartstrings because his heartstrings will lead him back to just not ever going to the Bucks and saying, I want out.
Think about, I mean, Giannis being the great person that he is. The crazy part is he's probably a better dude than he is a basketball player. And he's, like, at worst, the 3rd best player in the NBA this year. He's going to finish 3rd in the MVP voting. But at least in my lifetime, we have been very fortunate with a lot of MVPs for the 3 professional teams that we have. And like some of these dudes that have won MVPs haven't, like, there's a Netflix documentary coming out about Brett Favre not being that great of a guy. We've kind of seen Aaron Rodgers have that fault, not to the extent of Brett, but okay, it's kind of weird, right? Ryan Braun got caught cheating with steroids. I mean, Christian Yelich seems to be like a really good dude. He's had a lot of injuries that have undercut him. But to have someone like Giannis, who is not only ours, but that good of a person on top of it, he's just like the complete package that you don't want to see walk out that door. I understand it's bleak for the Bucks going forward, but I think it would break so many people's hearts if he ended up leaving.
What if he walked into management's office and just said, I'm not playing again for the Bucks. I just don't see it going forward. Do you think that the ownership group has any even leverage at that point? Or do you think that if...
Hold that question, because I like it. Because it's a possibility. And I did this exercise with you, Brad, of trying to play through in our head all of the assets that you could... like. Part of this is going to have to be a sales pitch, as much as we talk about the heartstrings today and how much we don't want him to go. But there is audio in which he talked about his goals as a player and his legacy to be left behind as an NBA player. So we'll dive into that question next from Brad. Gabe Neitzel's here for a reason, though. He's hanging out with us for 3 hours because he's raising money for childhood cancer. Speaking of good guys, that's Gabe Neitzel. Mm-hmm. We have him, Greg Matzik, and Stephen Watson teaming up. We need 34 donations in honor of Giannis. We are moving up the ladder. Sue, Josh with $100. That's really generous. We have Chad. Gabe absolutely rocks. Keep up the good work. A lot of great messages. You can make a message. You don't have to. You can be anonymous. Anything counts. Anything will help as they raise money. Text GOLF to 800-990-3776 or go to KBN ESPN on Twitter or gneitzel16 on Twitter to find the link. We'll dive in at the 3 o'clock hour of some different things that we're going to have Alex Strofe do with some donations. That's right, Strophe. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a 3. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab. That's his favorite. And the 2.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, Gina, did you hear about the draft?
Wayne, there's no draft at Pella.
There's definitely a draft. Right, Wildy? Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
Pella windows are constructed of the highest quality. No drafts. But Pella should be everyone's number 1 pick because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get no interest financing options or free glass upgrades.
So where is the draft?
Coon. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply in 4/30/2025.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand-select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see
Gabe Nitel hanging out here to raise money for the Mac Fund, doing the Ringer event. I don't trust technology, guys.
But you trust yourself?
Apparently I can't.
Here's the thing.
800-990-3776. Text golf. And you're supposed to get a bounce back link, which I've seen work for a couple people that asked, and then I saw some donations in the name that they showed up on the text line. There was 2 that texted in, and I didn't see the bounce back.
It does auto bounce back. I was doing that earlier, and then somebody said they got the link twice, so I stopped doing it.
Yeah, we've got it set up. We've got it set up. I guess I should have explained this to you guys.
Strofe needs it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought I could trust Strofe, but no, we set something up on the back end, so it does automatically get sent to them. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, so now we got Strofe sending them a second link
at least.
Yes,
and then we've got Ben sending a link to the YouTube stream.
I don't even know how that happened.
I appreciate you, boys. The heart's in the right place. I want to raise as much money, but also. But let's let technology
do its thing.
Yeah.
And I like how Ben opened this mic with, I don't trust technology, like it was technology's fault.
Because the problem is he saw the bounce back because you were sending it.
Yeah, it was my fault.
And so then he thought,
it was your fault.
Weren't.
Well, it wasn't my fault you sent the YouTube link.
That's correct. Now,
what was your thought process on that?
That was just an accident.
Oh.
Can I triple down and text them and say sorry with the link?
Just leave it. They already got the link. If they texted golf, GOLF to 800-990.
Jim and Doug, if you need the right link and not the YouTube link, I got you. I got you. Here's where we're at. We need 34 donations throughout the entire show. We started around 8,900 as we love this from Mark.
Yeah, this is a good one from Mark.
He comments on Gabe's fundraising page, would love to see Matt LaFleur slap Ben this year. That's a great
That would
one,
be,
actually.
I can't even put a dollar value on that.
Now, here's the thing. Matt LaFleur might sign a jersey of another team and his former quarterback. He would not let him slapping somebody come to light ever.
I don't know if it was me and fans would love it, even though I'm turning more pro Matt LaFleur by the minute, which he doesn't care about.
I'd like to think he would. I mean, we'll never find out, but I'd like to think that Matt, for the kids, would slap him.
Oh, yeah.
If we told...
It would drive some money now.
Who's ever has Matt LaFleur in our office who's listening right now, get a hold of him, see if we can get this in writing to get this as part of the Mac Fund fundraising.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Jason,
for a bigger cost.
Jason.
Probably not if we know Jason.
No.
That being said, appreciate all the perspective that everyone's giving, because it sounds like if Giannis isn't back, it's going to be hard for people to see the world without Giannis. And now, I mean, I have to bring it up because I can't believe I'm reading this. Per TMJ4, Rod Burks tweeted that Papa Haliburton, gosh, his whole identity is just
brutal.
Told me today that he didn't curse at or disrespect Giannis last night on the court after the Pacers bounced the Bucks. Catch our exclusive with John Haliburton at 4 and 5 o'clock on TMJ4. Let me just say this. Even if he didn't curse at him, the idea that he has the audacity to say that he didn't disrespect Giannis, he still walked out on the floor, waved the towel, and stared at him.
His son said, my dad
was in the wrong.
That's all you need to know.
First off, he said pops like 84 times, and it really bothered me. Second off, John Haliburton tweeting this last night. I sincerely apologize to Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Pacers organization for my actions following tonight's game. This was not a good reflection on our sport or my son, and I will not make that mistake again.
I mean, that thought process of saying I didn't curse, I didn't disrespect, that sounds like the same thought process of someone thinking, I know a good idea, I'll walk on the court and I'll say something to the biggest NBA superstar that they have. You just can't fix that.
You hate when it's one of your own, too. You know what I mean? When you say it's one of your own, like, the Haliburtons are from Wisconsin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, the same way we want to protect Giannis, how we always want to protect the people from Wisconsin, but they just make it really hard to like them. They've really done a great job at that.
Yeah, I think he's okay being the villain. That's the thing. To the state of Wisconsin and the Bucks, he's fully embraced the villain role. So I don't really feel I mean, I don't feel bad whatsoever, but the villain role was taken just a step too far.
As we see here on the Carbless Talk and text line, as we were in the conversation of over the years, as we've raised money with Gabe Neitzel for the Mac Fund, text golf to 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and text line. David chimes in with, let's have Chewy of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy slap Ben.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, wow.
I don't
You'd walk away concussed.
That concussed. Worse.
I don't know if we can sanction that one.
No, we can't. I'm drawing the line. There's the line. Chewy, nope, not doing it. Like Strofe, I could give you 10 slaps and it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, 10 slaps.
I'm saying you could get 10 slaps.
Okay, great. Let's do it then.
And it wouldn't hurt nearly as much as one slap from Mark Chmura.
As much as Scals was looking forward to when he got to slap you, Chewy would be looking forward to.
You know, he'd have, you know, when he like has his little laugh that he does on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, like I could just see that over and over again. He'd be walking around gardening in the morning, just like laughing to himself, like I get to slap the crap out of Ben Brust.
Yeah, he would enjoy it the most out of anybody that's been able to slap you.
So would Matt LaFleur. In 2 minutes, I want to reveal some of these things that we have planned for you. I'll give you one right now. If we reach, currently we're at around 90, little over 9,100, and they're coming in. We start at around 8,900. If we get to 9,500 in the next hour, Brad Nortman will get a buzz cut live on air. 800-990-3776. We'll take your calls, text in golf. We'll have a good rest of the show and continue to talk about the disrespect from John Haliburton and how much we love Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2 minutes.
Introducing the newest carbless flavor, Mango Vodka. Flavored with the essence of the ripest, freshest mangoes, Carbless Mango Vodka will transport your taste buds to a sunny beach getaway. New flavor, still the same carbless crafted cocktails with 0 carbs, 0 sugars, and only 100 calories. Enjoy a refreshing vodka cocktail without the guilt. 4 packs of the new Carbless Mango Vodka cocktail are available in stores near you. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and escape with every sip.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
It's the best time to be a basketball fan. All the thrills and playoff drama. Done sitting on the sideline and ready to win some real cash? Check out Pick 6 from DraftKings. Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick 6 posterizes all of the other daily fantasy competition. Hit all your picks and score higher minimum payouts on Pick 6, plus even more cash if you outscore the competition. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code WKTI. That's code WKTI for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
I love that you guys put your money where your mouth is and raise money for good causes. It's one of the reasons why, even though I get annoyed by some of your takes, I tune in every day. I'll take the backhanded compliment. Ryan from Madison on the Carbless Talk and text line. And we have an update from Alex Strofe and Brad Nortman. Woohoo! Text Golf to 800-990-3776 as we're reacting to the Milwaukee Bucks game. We can't say a future without Giannis, and we're raising money for the Mac Fund.
Yeah, here's the thing about my appearance, my look, my new media persona. You know, there's not a lot of like features about myself from like, oh yeah, you look pretty good. My hair is one of them. When I played, you know, with a helmet and stuff, we've talked about this. I had a buzz cut. And now looking back, boy, that really wasn't a good look for me. It really wasn't. And I love the way my hair looks now. But an agreement's an agreement. And to drive sales, and because, Gabe, it's for the kids.
It's not sales, it's donations.
Donations.
It's for the kids.
Explain. So we need to get to what number, and I've agreed to let Alex Strofe buzz my head live on air. This show.
So here's what I have as some options. Brad gets a buzz cut once we reach like $9,500. I think
before 4 o'clock.
So we're just
no. If we reach $10,000 before 4 o'clock, then Strofe gets to do it on air in the 5 o'clock hour. You're getting the buzz cut if we get to 9,500. If we get to 10,000,
all screwed up. We're only on the air till 5 o'clock. We would do it during the 4 o'clock hour.
Thank you. I'm
sure Homer would let you stick around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Fair point.
The Homer hour Homer usually comes in, and once he hears some of the stuff we got going on, he might up the ante. I don't wear underwear. If we get to $9,500, which we're only $300 away, I will wear whitey tighties on the air for a week.
Oh wow.
Not underwear, whitey tighties.
So you wear whitey tighties like for the week, or like just before, like you wear it for the 3 hours during the show, and that's it? Or are you wearing the whitey tighties?
I feel like I feel like I have to wear them, like at least like work start of work day.
Yeah, again, when you get home,
8 to 5.
I'll take them off when I get home.
Do whatever you want to do in the comfort of your own home.
But I do come to work every day at 8:30. So like I'll come in my whitey tighties,
and it'll be 2 weeks. How many?
1 week. 1 week. Dude, here's the thing. As you guys said, I'll do just about anything.
Short of breath.
Do you know how hard it is for me? Like, my fiance is saying, I'll buy you under. I'm going to buy you under. She's been doing this. This is the one thing that she can't change. So, if you want me to suffer, because I literally can't stand the idea of wearing undergarments, if we get to 9,500, we got a buzz cut, we got whitey tighties, and Strofe, are you willing to get your ears pierced at 9,500?
It's got to be more than that.
If we get to 10,000,
it's got to be
more
more than that.
We're only about $700 away from that number right now. People
From
have
10K?
been people have been coming in. Jerry in Germantown, David's been coming in.
There we go. Golf 800-990-3776. You don't just get to keep pushing it up. Where we started is the baseline of $8,900.
Conversation.
Neither is Kyle Walsh. We're going to get his nails painted in Bears colors.
That's a little bit different than a 3-month commitment of getting your ears pierced.
Is that what that is?
I think it'd be a good look.
You got to leave the earrings in for 3 months because it will get all infected if you take them out.
Yeah, that's true.
Me and my girlfriend had this discussion at length last night. I was like, I don't think we can do this.
That's incredible.
What kind of earrings do you think you would want?
Probably just
like the diamond studs.
Yeah.
Studs. Can you imagine?
I mean, I'm thinking of like Jordan used to go like the mini little hoop earring, like little mini hoop for you. Might be tough with the earphones, but
would you do it on the lobe, or would you go a little bit higher?
Oh, we'd go lobe. I have big ears, man. It'd be a bad look.
Lasagna and MKE, put your money where your mouth is. He says he'll pay $10K to not hear Ben talk about going commando ever again.
Oh wow!
I mean, that's
you promise
for $10K to the kids.
10K.
I will never mention ever again on these airwaves.
Text golf.
And
I also just think you should stop not.
At this point, now that I know there's a price, I gotta stay true. I'm commando. As the golf text keeps coming in here, what do we think about if we start at 8,900? So if we get to 11,000 flat, that would be 2,100 over the show.
Okay.
I'll come over and mow somebody's lawn that donates.
Oh, wow. To the largest donation?
To the largest donation, I will mow their lawn.
Now, what's the caveat? Is this a push lawn mower? So you have to really put in the effort? One of those non-motorized
If you want to
ones
borrow, I've got one. If you need one, I can lend you my lawn.
I have a push lawnmower.
Don't you? Your house has like the smallest patch of grass in Milwaukee County, right?
Yeah, which is why I got the little push thing that doesn't have a mower.
And you just have to go once, right?
It's the circular thing. It's like the circular.
Yeah, it's the circular blade.
Is that effective?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Really?
It's so good. It
Now,
takes
that would be
me
hilarious.
it takes me roughly 35 seconds to mow my lawn. Because it's such a small patch of grass.
Pretty, that's
awesome.
I'm envious of that.
You have a
I
dog,
don't mow
right?
my own lawn.
Yeah.
You got to take the dog for a walk.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
no?
We just take him around the block.
Can't
at
really
night
use
in
the
the
little
morning.
patch.
No. He doesn't. He doesn't do his business.
Okay,
there.
no further questions.
What number are we putting on Kyle with Chicago Bear
painting
nails
on
his nails and dressing up in Chicago Bear stuff?
Whoa, and dressing up in Chicago Bear stuff?
Or are we just doing nails?
Well, it's by phases. So we do the Caleb Williams blue and orange nails.
Mm-hmm.
If we get 11,000, that would be 1,100 raised. I think for $1,100, Kyle for a week can have Bears painted fingers and him not complain because it's for the kids.
So you're saying to 10,000 or to 11,000? 10,000 gets the nails painted.
Yes.
Okay.
11,000 would be he also has to dress with Caleb Williams attire.
I love that. I love that.
So there's phases to this. Largest donation over the next 2 hours. If we get to 11,000, I will mow their lawn.
We just got a big one from our guy Buzz. Just donated $780 to get us to $10,050.
Is that a haircut? No, that's a buzz cut. That's a Strofe buzz cut on the air.
God,
Get the clippers.
This is why I love KBN Nation so much.
Get the clippers.
Like, people just come flying in from everywhere.
Tony, produce the show.
Buzz
Strofe,
just
get the
No,
clippers.
Tony's going to get clippers.
Tony, get the clippers. Strofe, produce the show.
Can I say that, like, I floated this to the first lady last night.
I love Lexi.
Yeah. Let's hope Lexi loves me as I walk through the door because she adores my hair, and she's just like that is not a good
Brad,
idea.
I would appreciate it if you don't tell her. I would like you to then
show up tonight.
I would like
with
you
a
to
buzz
film
cut
yourself selfie style walking in the house.
If you need me to talk to Lexi, I will talk to Lexi. I don't know Lexi. I've never had a conversation with Lexi.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
So here's what's funny. I texted her before the segment. Hey, FYI, I might be coming home with a buzz cut tonight. And I looked at it just now, and it was only delivered, not read. So I just deleted it.
Yes!
Good for you.
Whoa! She will ask questions, though. She's going to ask questions later. What the hell happened?
I'll say, sorry, errant text.
So right now, if we raise
my
9...
heart sank a little bit.
If we
glad for the kids.
Yeah,
Loved it
for the kids. Look,
But,
you
whoa.
love your hair. I get it. But I appreciate you, Brad. Especially, I mean, you weren't here last year when these boys decided to get the, became part of the bikini brigade.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you stepping up with the sacrifice.
I'm overdue. How short am I going, Strofe?
Oh, my gosh. Hang on.
We can discuss.
Okay.
This is really important. Because Buzz, who just helped get us over 10,000 to get Brad's buzz cut and my whitey tighties for all of a week.
Oh, yeah. You're going whitey tighties
I'm in this too, Brad.
Oh, wow.
He's got skin in the game.
Yeah, literally.
I think 10,000 was Kyle getting the nails painted as well for a week. That was Strofe's ear
like
pierced.
I have an idea for me. It's not ear pierce related. It's if we get to 11,000 by 4:00,
you'll join him
within the next 2 weeks. I will set up a lemonade stand. Bear with me.
Okay,
I'm bearing with you.
Yeah, we're there.
Lemonade stand somewhere in the area, right? Where
land the plane, man.
I was just thinking additional funds. I'll work the lemonade stand all day long. Additional funds go to the
No, I have a better idea. If we get to 11,000, you get your buzz cut as well.
I can't cut this hair.
Wait a minute.
So for the kids, for childhood cancer, you are on the air saying that your hair is more important than the MAC Fund and helping fight childhood cancer. I just want to be clear.
When are you getting your buzz cut?
I'll do it 11,000 if you do it.
The thing is, we are all very proud of our hair.
Here's the problem. You overplayed your hand, Strofe.
Overplayed
You went, oh, Ben, what are you doing? Ben doesn't care.
Ben doesn't care at all. That's the problem. You never play that game with
I
Ben.
care.
You played a game of chicken with the wrong person.
And by the way, it's because I care about the kids, and you don't.
Where are we at? 11,000?
11,000. Buzz cuts for Brad, Ben, and Strofe.
11,500. I'm in.
11,500.
All right.
Strofe is in too.
All right.
11,000. I got a buzz cut. The thing that I forgot I mentioned is that I would mow a lawn at $11,000 for the biggest donation. And right now, Buzzy is in O'Fallon, Illinois.
Oh my God.
Which is right outside St. Louis, which thank God I go to St. Louis a lot where my fiance's from, so I can pull that off.
I mean, we may have to do some work on the back end. I don't know if Buzz could be his real name, but he also could have just made his name Buzz for Buzz Cut. I have no idea.
Also a great point.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Incredibly ironic.
We
got some back end research.
We can do some work on the back end. I'll work with Greg Matzik, and we'll get something.
All right, here's what I need you to do, Brad. I'm going to start tracking all of this as the donations are flying in for Stroph's Buzz Cut.
Oh, boy.
You're getting a Buzz Cut.
Oh, boy.
Hang on, Gabe.
Boy.
Hang on, Gabe. Hang on, Gabe. You tell us about Gina Della from Pella, and I'm going to write down all the things we've agreed to and where the dollars are at. Don't you go anywhere. I love this show.
Oh, man. It is exciting here on KBN. I'll tell you what also is exciting. When you make that decision to say, you know what, I'm finally going to upgrade my windows and doors. Now is the time of season. You're probably gaining extra awareness of it. You might be opening and closing those windows. And I'll tell you what, you're probably thinking, now is the time to replace. I think that's a perfect idea, particularly with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Because it doesn't matter the budget, the craftsmanship, the color, style, whatever it is, they're custom made. They will match your project and your budget to make it work for you. Gina Della from Pella and everything Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin touches will upgrade your home's value. It'll decrease your energy costs, and they're offering no interest financing options now or free glass upgrades. Kind of a pick your own choice, because Pella Windows and Doors is always looking to work for you to make your budget and your project personalized and exactly what you need. So go to PellaWI.com or 855-PELLA-WI to take advantage and get those beautiful Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin in your home.
Holy cow. Text golf to 800-990-3776. We're raising money for childhood cancer, and we're doing some really fun stuff in the meantime. This is a good way to get over the Bucks.
It is. Remember how I said I sent Lexi a text. I couldn't get rid of it, so I edited it and just did a space. She sent me a single question mark.
Don't know what she's talking about.
Hey, just say you meant to text me something.
Yeah, buddy, get ready to lose that hair. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, northbound 41, right at the ramp from Burleigh, we've got the right shoulder blocked with a crash. Big delays coming up from Watertown Plank Road all the way up to Capitol Drive. Southbound is slowing down from 145 all the way down to Capitol Drive as well. We've got northbound 43 kind of backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue to Keefe. Southbound slowing down just south of Hampton all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, becoming cloudy, showers likely, a low of 44. Tomorrow, cloudy with periods of rain, best chance early with the high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga on 94.5 ESPN.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
No shortcuts, no compromises, just the job done right. At Exterior Pros, we don't just meet expectations, we crush them. Every nail, every window, every shingle is a step toward your home's next chapter. From the moment we start until that final reveal, we're committed to making your home better than ever. Quality products and craftsmanship you can count on. Go to the pros for your next project. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274.
I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers-Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
And we dance all night to the best song ever. We knew it every night. Now I can't remember.
Doesn't matter how big, doesn't matter how small. Text golf to 800-990-3776. We have the Ringer fundraiser where Gabe Nitel, Greg Matzik, and Steven Watson have teamed up, raising some money and playing 100 holes of golf to fight childhood cancer. That is the sound of a clipper, because we've reached the portion of the show where Brad Nortman has already surpassed the donation amount needed to get a buzz cut.
There are times when I can't find like simple things that you would find around an office here.
How did we find you? Good point.
How did we get a clippers that quick?
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Gabe Nitel here with us. Alex Strofe has committed because he had said, well, my hair, there's no way I'm taking off this hair. And I said, well, for the kids, you're not going to take off his hair. He said, what are you going to do? And I said, I'll do it at $11,000. He goes, $11,500. So we are $440 away from Alex Strofe and Ben Brust getting a buzz cut, joining Brad Nortman.
$340 away.
$340. Dave from Aaron, you are the absolute best. Rob Ford, I saw you with your donation as well. That is fantastic. I also, for some reason, am mowing the lawn of the biggest donation. And right now, that is from Daniel the Landscaper. He says, this is for the kids in need. Most importantly, added benefit of Ben coming to mow 2 acres of lawn that I have.
2 acres?
How long does one person cutting 2 acres take?
What do you
It depends upon what you have. Yeah, if it's a riding lawnmower, if it's a push lawnmower, or if it's the lawnmower that I have that just has the rotating blades.
If it's that is such a wild lawnmower, by the way. If it's a standard push lawnmower, I bet you it's going to take you 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay, that's fine. It'll be tough.
Yeah, you have to operate at a pretty.
If he's a landscaper, can he bag the grass, or are we bagging?
If he's a landscaper, I'm guessing he has some tools that are going to help you with the process.
He hands you a clippers, like a little clipping blades of grass.
Here we go.
Is that what we're using? That's like a beard trimmer.
No, this is not what we're using. This is where we. No. This is not what we're using. We're gonna get buzz cuts, but.
Yeah,
yes, Alex Strofe.
You're right. We are going to get buzz cuts.
Oh, who just came through?
Oh, man. My guy. Rob Jansen. Oh, my guy, Rob. Coming through. Oh, fantastic.
So we hit 11,500?
We have hit $11,660.
I feel a little bit better now that Strofe and Ben are doing it alongside with
Ben
you guys
Brust
are going to be the buzzed hair boys.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman,
bad.
Alex Strofe getting buzz cuts. I will be mowing Daniel the landscaper's 2-acre lawn. I'll be wearing whitey tighties for a week. And Gabe Neitzel, somebody texted in, Mike on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. What about that beard, Gabe? That beard got a price?
Oh, yeah. Everything's got a price, man. Everything can have a price. I will shave the beard if we get to $12.5. So $1,000. Well, now it's
less than that.
Yeah, it's less than that.
How long?
12.5 beard, yeah.
How long have you had a beard?
So I first grew up like a decade ago, like 2015.
Yeah, as long as I've known you, which has been 2 years.
So 2015, I've had some sort of facial hair. I've been keeping it longer. Actually, ever since I lost my beard trimmer when I went to Scotland and my luggage was lost for 35 days.
Oh, wow.
And my wife said, I kind of like it a little bit longer. So I've been keeping it a little bit longer. The last time I had a clean shaven face would have probably been August of 2015.
Well, we need a reach goal. Then if you get the full beard shaved, or if we get to 13,000, you go mustache for a week.
Yeah, sure. I'll go mustache for a week. Yeah, I'll do that.
That might be a good look for him. Actually.
It's got to be 70s, 80s.
Yeah, no, I would go completely shaven, and then I would just grow out a mustache. And trim around that. Yes.
Wow.
Let's go to a great old friend, Mark in New Berlin on the Carbless Talk and text line. Mark, text golf to 800-990-3776.
Well, what's happening? It's a great cause you guys are doing, but I want to go back, Benny. I want you going back to the throwback days with Scouser and Brust when you went out to eat with a blow-up doll.
That is true. I did. Thank you for the call, Mark. I definitely did that. I did go out.
That's the man you decided to play chicken with. Just remember that, Strofe.
Yeah, remember.
The man who went out on a date with a blow-up doll.
What's Ben gonna do?
Public.
What's Ben gonna do? He's gonna end up doing something, and you made yourself lose those luscious locks.
I figured the hair would be off limits for you, considering you get married, but that's not for 3.5 months.
3.5 months.
You can grow that back.
Okay,
so you got the weed man hat. Like your hair's not like. Oh yeah, you can grow that back in 3 months, right?
Yeah.
I think you can grow that back in 3 months. That should be fine.
Don't have any choice now.
I don't have a choice at this point. Steven Watson, who's a part of this whole thing, is just back there chuckling.
Yeah, look at that man.
Another guy
He's got a
with
coffee in hand.
Yeah.
Speaking of hair. How about a buzz cut, Steven? What if we reach $20,000?
The thing is, he's on TV.
Yeah, our guy's on TV.
So people with buzz cuts can't be on TV now? What do we have rules?
He's got national TV stuff now with PGA Tour Live, the Truist Championship. Our guy's going to be part of PGA Championship coverage on ESPN Plus.
Congratulations.
He's doing a lot of big time stuff. I don't want to risk the moneymaker for our guy Steven Watson.
Chris in Neshota, our guy Chris in O-Town, who famously had his wife cheat on him with his best friend. He chimes in on the Carbless Talk and text line. I give my ex a lot monthly. I'll give $250. Send me the link. Chris in Neshota.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris.
KBN Nation.
He's giving her money. The system's broken. The system's broken. Let me tell you.
That is crazy.
Let me tell you, he's giving her money and he's giving us money. Can she waive the alimony to go to the MAC Fund this year? I mean, come on. What's going on around here?
That's maybe the best take you've ever had.
That's number one. Number one. I've been doing this for 7 years. Best take ever. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman.
Oh, wow.
Gabe Neitzel, Alex Strofe on the show. We got TC, producer of the Analysis Show. Gabe has a face.
Again, just text GOLF, GOLF, 800-990-3776 if you're just tuning in why we're all going crazy and doing all these things, because we've hit some fundraising goals to get some heads shaved. We've got more fundraising goals to get beards shaved. And if you want to be a part of the fun, GOLF to the Carbless Talk and text line, 800-990-3776.
If we get a single donation of $2,000, Strofe has to give up his seat at my wedding and his +1.
Wow. Now that's something.
Isn't my hair enough?
All right, what's that price? What do you think's a fair price?
It's your wedding, man. You choose.
Well,
you would be the one who would be. Again, I feel honestly,
I don't even want him there anyway.
Yeah, I understand. I understand you don't want him there anyway. However, I feel like we're pushing the limits already with the buzz cut. All right. So
yeah, I should leave the wedding out of it. I'm getting a little too slap happy with the wedding thing.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think there's a number.
I need my next big idea.
I think there's a number we can put out there for someone to come to your wedding and take Stroph's spot. I just think it should be higher than $2,000.
I'll sprinkle on a small idea. So what is it? It's
12,500 for the beer.
Yeah, so we're right now we're at 11,660.
Okay, so if we get to 13 or 12,500,
spitball, baby, spitball.
Everyone knows that I hate dressing up. I wear sweatpants every day. I'll wear a full suit and tie for a week.
Yeah!
I'll wear a full suit and tie. And
I'll be in whitey tighties. The same way you hate suit and ties is as much as I hate wearing underwear.
Yeah, I'll do it. You and I will be we'll
apples to apples.
We'll be uncomfortable together.
Yeah, and you and I will be uncomfortable together.
Yep, you'll be in a suit and I'll have underwear on.
So what number? Are we doing 12.5 or 13 for that?
Let's get Gabe.
I think we do 13.
I think we do 13.
Let's focus on Gabe's 12.5.
I might even, add a little wrinkle to what type of underwear if we get there. So we'll see.
Oh, wow.
800.
We got some if you want to try right over there.
Oh,
the Termezzi over there. If you want to, those were once purchased for one Mark Chimera to try on.
Has he put them on?
We threw away the one pair he tried on.
Okay.
But those are the other remaining pairs because you couldn't buy just a single thong in the size that. So Jen purchased those because Chewy.
How many would you need to purchase?
I don't know if there's
six?
like 3 more left in there.
Oh, wow.
Go to YouTube.
Why do we just have those laying around?
Because Chewy once claimed...
it's a good question.
It's a fair question. It's a fair question that I actually have an answer for.
Why do we have these laying around?
Because Chewy once claimed that thongs were comfortable. Jen took offense to that and purchased some cheap thongs on Amazon so Chewy could see how uncomfortable they were.
For those who just joined, if you missed any of our first hour...
Are those worn?
If you missed any of our...
the one that he wore was thrown away.
If you missed any of our first hour, we dove deep into Giannis, and we still will, because I still love him, and I can't see a world with the Milwaukee Bucks without him. John Haliburton, loser. Enough said there. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Gabe Nitel, Alex Strofe. We're raising money for the MAC Fund. It's the Ringer event, 100 holes. Gabe Nitel, Stephen Watson, Greg Matzik teaming up. We have raised over $2,500 in 45 minutes.
Yeah, we've been doing, again, this is one of my favorite shows of the year whenever you guys let me crash because KBN Nation just always comes through and never disappoints.
And there's the $250 from our divorced friend Chris in the show.
What a guy, Chris.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Again, doesn't matter how big. We want 34 donations as well to make sure we're supporting Giannis just in good faith and just love him.
And the fun part is right now, for every donation you make, it gets doubled because of our match that is going on, courtesy of our friends at Paintings for Pediatrics.
And pizza,
they're
too.
fighting. Yeah. Every $25 donation gets you an entry into Pizza for a Year from our friends at Palermo's. That includes a pizza oven, which we wisely decided not to store in the office this year. If you remember that episode from last year when one of them went magically missing. So we were wise enough to not do that. But so many cool things that a lot of our partners have supported as well. And we still have a lot more to go in the show to try to come up with some more fun things to, I guess, auction off. I guess that's what we're doing right now is auctioning off hair.
Everything has a price, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Everything has a price.
More surprises on the other side.
You okay?
It's a lot to process.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Caleb Williams sucks.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
An accident northbound on 41, right about at Burleigh, is off on the right shoulder, so watch out for that. Backups coming in from about Watertown Plank Road all the way to that scene. Southbound side's heavy from before 145 all the way down to Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 also heavy from Hampton down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. You're back on the brakes from about Lapham all the way down to the KK River crossing. Northbound is still heavy from before Fond du Lac all the way up to Keith. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, becoming cloudy, showers likely, a low of 44. Tomorrow, cloudy with periods of rain. Your best chance early in the day, a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
ways to win are endless. Another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Club Paragon Greenfield, Deer Camp, Milwaukee, Kelly's Bleachers Big Bend, New Berlin Ale House, and Stenny's Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
Wisconsin is still cattle country, and that's why Bunzel's chose to stay close to home to hand-select the finest beef. Quality goes into everything they do, from Bunzel's expansive array of meats, homemade specialty sausages, and their award-winning beef jerky. It just isn't a proper holiday meal without Bunzel's top-quality cuts on the dinner table. Tasting is believing. Visit Bunzel's at 90th and Burleigh or bunzels.com.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
America's National Park of Speed is back. Get out of your house this summer and go enjoy Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and even Madison. It's kind of like right in the middle of everything. Come see a race at one of my favorite places in the entire world. I fell in love with Road America when I was a freshman in college, and now I make sure I get there at least once a weekend every year, and camping is my absolute favorite. You can camp on site all weekend. They still have this unbelievable... It's not even a deal. It's just like how they feel about their people coming. Kids 16 and under are free with a paying adult at the gate. Their concession stand, it's like a state fair. You got Spring Vintage Weekend kicking things off with the SVRA next May 16th through the 18th. That's coming pretty soon. You come for the experience and you stay for the race. Right now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, you come for the experience, you stay for the buzz cuts, and we have surpassed $12,000 raised. We are at $12,075. We appreciate you, Jim and Nate and Chris and Rob and Dave and so many. It doesn't matter if it's a big donation or a little donation. You are helping childhood cancer. Strofe, you're in the doghouse, I heard. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel hanging out here for the entirety of the show.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof. That's all you got? You know, it's kind of sad when you realize a relationship that you had is not based off of anything more than looks.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I got great hair. What can I say?
Childhood cancer almost got in the way of your great hair.
But it seemed like, apparently this idea of pierced ears was something that you guys discussed yesterday because you discussed it with your girlfriend last night.
Yeah, and she was into that idea.
Oh,
I was not.
The way you presented it, it seemed like you guys, together weren't into that idea when we talked about it earlier.
That was purposely the way I presented it, yes.
Okay, all right. Turns out she would have been much rather you pierce your ears than buzz your ears.
Yeah,
that would be correct.
In retrospect, would you have preferred an ear piercing over the buzzed head?
No.
Okay.
So we landed in a spot where you're okay. You're just in the woof woof house.
We'll see how long that lasts.
How long do you think it's going to take for you to grow your hair back?
So I did this more than a couple years ago. I did this 10 years ago. And it took a while.
What, 10 years ago you were still in high school?
Wait.
I was, yeah.
What is a while? Because now I'm thinking about it.
What do you mean?
How long does it take to grow back?
Well, I have longer hair than you do, so more months than you. How's that?
We're talking like 4 months?
Probably not that long. 3, maybe?
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. A couple of things that we need to note. We are at $12,075 raised, and that's a huge accomplishment over the last hour here for childhood cancer. Just so you know the payoffs right now of what's already been completed. Ben Brust will be wearing whitey tighties for a week. I will be mowing the largest donations lawn, in which right now is still Daniel the landscaper, who has a 2-acre lawn. Put my back to work. So now my back's going to hurt. See what I did there? Happy Gilmore.
Nice.
Thanks. Nice. And I will be getting a buzz cut now, and my fiance is going to kill me. Strofe, who thinks he has the most luscious hair in the world and is not even close to the best hair in the office, is getting a buzz cut. And Brad's getting a buzz cut. Gabe, at $12,500, will get rid of the beard, and you have had a beard of some sort since when?
2015. Last time I probably used shaving cream and a razor to go as clean shaven as our friend Brad over here.
Oh my gosh.
Would have been
The best part is you're getting there because I still have my credit card.
and you said, so you obviously...
So yeah, August of 2015 would have been the last time I was clean shaven.
Okay, and just because I don't know that much about your backstory, so how your wife knew you pre-beard, right? She doesn't only know you as beard,
Sure.
right?
So she only So I knew my wife before, when I was clean shaven.
Okay.
We weren't dating then. I knew my wife for probably 5 or 6 years before we started dating.
Okay.
She has only dated me and been married to me with some sort of beard.
Because that would be a shock if she didn't even know you pre-beard, and then you walk home, it'd be like a different person walking through the door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean,
10 years of a beard, though.
Yeah, 10 years of a beard. Probably coming to an end at some point today.
Wow. Well, let's hope so. If we can keep on raising that money, we're like $450 away.
$425 away from a clean-shaven Gabe Neitzel for the first time in 10 years.
So just some numbers. So far since the show started, we have 14 donations totaling $3,110 for the MAC Fund.
Let's go.
Which gets doubled to over $6,000 with our match from our friends at Paintings for Pediatrics.
I see more people with golf at 800-990-3776 chiming in. Any little bit helps.
I'd be curious if we put now. Just because you put it on the talk and text line doesn't mean we'll do it. I'd be curious if there's any ideas from KBN Nation.
Yeah, hit us with ideas.
Be willing to put big money ideas forward that would also elicit further contributions.
And just remember, people, Strofe is whining over there about his hair.
He is sitting. He's pouting.
Yeah, he's leaning back in his chair.
Look behind you. Ashton Rotman doesn't even have hair. And he got engaged.
Just remember that...
Cool.
That once... Josh DiMaggio once got Homer's... got $1,000 from Homer and got Homer's face tattooed on his calf.
Leg, yeah.
So while your hair may be buzzed...
In the grand scheme, dude.
It is not permanent the way Homer's tattoo will be forever inked on Josh's leg.
I appreciate the perspective. I just realized sometimes I need to think about what I say before I say it. But hey, here we go. I'm all in.
Yeah.
We're doing it today.
Who do you think will... So, I think some people are meant to have a shaved head. Other people are meant to have hair. Who do you think will look the worst among us?
Strofe.
Ben, me, and Strofe?
It'll be easily Strofe.
It'll be Strofe.
Probably Strofe. Because, again, you mentioned, you guys have had, Ben had to have one because he played for the Badgers. And that was the only haircut.
Team rule,
apparently that was an unofficial team rule. And you said you used to buzz your hair when you were a football player because, again, the helmet and you got to worry about all that. So this is nothing new for you guys. He hasn't had to have a buzzed haircut since high school.
I got an idea for the next one. It is... Gabe Neitzel hitting a golf ball off a tee that's sitting in Alex Strouf's butt.
So,
you ever seen those?
I'm sorry,
you missed that?
I was arguing with management.
I was arguing with management.
What's the question?
You ever seen those videos where the buddies take a driver and hit, a drive out of the tee out of somebody's butt?
I get to do that to you?
No, Gabe. Heck no! You can't even hit the ball.
Yeah,
well,
you're not athletic.
That's what would make it fun. Yeah.
No, that's like
slapping them.
That's like playing pin the tail on the donkey when you're blindfolded. No, I'm not doing that. Gabe Neitzel gets to smoke a drive.
No,
but it's on a tee. It's elevated.
Where's the tee going?
Well, it's not like
you have shorts on.
Yeah, you just need to just clench them together a little bit to keep it up.
Gabe, look, I know you're good.
Yeah.
I don't even.
That's not even a tattoo. That was $1,000 for a tattoo.
That's worse than a tattoo. That's a scar.
You know he's gonna hit it. He's gonna so clean. He's not gonna get you.
Once again, I ask, where does the tee go? What if he snaps the tee?
Something tells me it'll be loose enough that it'll fly right out of there.
Yeah.
185 ball speed, Neitzel.
Yeah.
Swinging as hard as he can. That's the voice of Stephen Watson. You can hear them on the tee from 6 to 7 on 94.5 ESPN. Strouf, I mean, we're looking for something at 13,000 to add with Brad's suits for a week.
Why are you volunteering me for things?
Because I have 3 things already. You have a buzz cut.
What about Brad?
He's got a buzz cut and he's got suits for a week. You need something next on your ledger.
It's about a moment, Strouf.
Where's Kyle?
It's a moment.
My name's not on the show.
So Kyle's confirmed for the finger painting, right?
I mean, when he
finger painting.
Finger painting? You mean painting his fingernails?
Finger painting.
Actually,
he's going to make a finger painting of Caleb Williams. Yes, that is apparently what you guys
actually love that
idea. Daniel, you do not have your wallet and asking if you can donate all day. Yes, you can.
Yes.
If you just make note of KBN, we'll know where it came from. 800-990-3776. I think we got some ideas on the Carbless Talking text line. We'll get to the ideas. We'll get to the ESPN Wisconsin portion of the show, and we'll update you on where we're at to get Gabe Neitzel a shaven beard, full shave, for the first time in 10 years, as we're raising money for the MAC Fund. Moving on from the painful Milwaukee Bucks loss, Papa Haliburton, John, you stink. Giannis, you're amazing. Sum that up perfectly next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm going to quote the great Martin Luther King in this.
Wow.
I'm going to bring up MLK. You know what he said?
Oh, wow.
He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And you know what matters to me? Booing Craig Counsell and booing the Chicago Cubs.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
The people there made it a really great trip. The people in Green Bay were really nice, like literally driving ESPN people around themselves.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
The Pancake Palace in Green Bay was outstanding. So really nice trip.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030, plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Biz Expo is May 13th at Brookfield Conference Center. Learn from the experts at the strategy seminars and keynote presentation on resilient leadership. Connect with business leaders and customers at Biz Expo May 13th. Register at biztimes.com/bizexpo.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
The Brewers mostly unable to come over their woes over the weekend as they fall to the Cardinals in 2 of 3 games. They did, however, salvage things on Sunday with a 7-1 victory. Here's Pat Murphy on the direction of the team right now.
They're exhausted. This has been a long trip, and we still got more to go. So our second West Coast trip, and then get back and have 6 more games. And Cardinals know us well, and they look like they're a hungry ball club that is playing good. So
a series against the lowly White Sox in Chicago might be just what the doctor ordered this week for the Crew.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Catch all the action this weekend at Franklin Field as the Milwaukee Panthers baseball team takes on Northern Kentucky in a 3-game series. Friday, the Panthers honor former head coach Scott Duffek in a pregame ceremony. First pitch is at 5 p.m. Then on Saturday, MKE welcomes back former players on Alumni Day. Game time is set for 3. The series concludes with Bark in the Park on Sunday with a 1 p.m. first pitch. Tickets for Milwaukee Panthers baseball are $7. Panthers Athletics for the MKE.
When you want the best medical attention, you don't just go to anybody, you go to a specialist. The same should be true with your car or truck. I'm Jim Token, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee. When your vehicle needs service, take it to a specialist, an Adam member new car dealer. Adam dealers use factory-warranted parts, the latest diagnostic equipment, and certified manufacturer technicians specially trained on the advanced technology on your vehicle. They have all the latest manufacturer service bulletins and will know if your issue is covered by an existing warranty or if there are any recalls. And despite what you might assume, their prices are as low or lower than independent shops, even on routine maintenance and tires. Now, knowing all that, why would you even consider going anywhere other than an Adam member dealer?
For great paying job opportunities, visit adam.com. That's ADAMM.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, and Gabe Neitzel, who's in for Kyle Wallace. He's hanging out today raising monies for the MAC Fund and the Ringer event.
Is management actually mad here? Like, do we need to, like, what's going on? Like, Strofe has this, like, nervous look about him. I don't know if it's because he's nervous, like,
he's nervous about his own haircut.
Or if he's just nervous because, like, or if this is just, like, Strofe trying to, like, pull the brakes on everything because he got in too deep and now he's trying to get out of getting his own head shaved.
I'm going to do it. I think we're okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just say yes or no.
And we also, we've got TC here.
All right, let's bring in the content director. Here we go, the big boss.
He's going to come into the Gruber offices, One Call, That's All Studios. So again, if
by the way, while he's not hearing us, if he says anything, I'm just be like, so you don't want to do this for child cancer?
Look, you already know the playbook, all right?
We run the play.
If you're just tuning in, I am raising money for the MAC Fund, as we do each and every year here on KBN. And we have reached some fundraising goals where both Ben and Brad and Strofe, if all three of them have agreed to shave their heads, we are $400 away from me shaving my beard off, something I have not had. I've had a beard since 2015. And now, Director of Content, Brian D., joining the show.
What's up, guys?
Lots happening, Foxy.
Well, we've raised over $3,000 for the MAC Fund.
So here's why I'm nervous. Can I tell you? Because this is one of my favorite days of the year every year at ESPN Milwaukee. Because until today. I don't know what I just got signed up for, but Gabe does such a phenomenal job, and Steven and Greg Matzik for raising money for the MAC Fund, and our fans always do an amazing job embracing it. I was just in my car unloading some radio equipment from last week's NFL draft to our rack room. So I was listening to you guys, and I heard 185 ball speed. I heard golf ball out of Stroph's Tookus. I heard all of that.
Yeah, that was not a
That
great
was that was never a dollar amount that was
That's
agreed
true.
to. We're in the workshop phase.
There's no bad ideas in brainstorm.
So I parked my truck and I walked. Gabe, how long does it take to walk from our parking structure to the studio? How long?
60, 70
4
seconds.
minutes, yeah.
In that window of time, something happened that prompted Strofe to text me and go, "You need to get down here right now." So that's
Strofe.
Are you kidding me? It's your own people.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
I want a John Haliburton slap you like Giannis should have.
Ashton Rotman said, you missed one detail. You need to text Brian. So I texted Brian, and it seems like he's fine with us cutting our hair.
So can TC cut my hair live on air?
Well, yeah, that's ASMR.
TC is way too excited for this.
I guess the ruling here is Scal's got his hair chopped
right here,
right
in this
where
very
he's
seat,
sitting right now. So I don't have any issue.
We
with
got
it.
a shop vac, we got a garbage can, I got a T-shirt as my apron, and we've got a willing participant.
Yeah, we went through this already. So I would love to say no, but I don't think I can. Like there's been precedent set here. As long as Brad is voluntarily doing this, right? And we've got some great donations to do this.
You're slowing donations, Brian. Since management walked in, they stopped coming through. So
They're
skedaddle.
waiting on a ruling. Donate. How's Lexi going to feel about this? You're just going to show up at home with no hair?
You're going to like this. So I floated it to her last night, and she was not pleased.
Okay.
Not pleased. And then when the donations rolled in at breakneck pace, I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what happens. It happens fast.
This is happening.
Yeah, you never next thing you know, you're along for the ride and you better buckle up.
So I texted her.
Next thing you know, Rob Jansen from the WSGA is just donating $500.
I texted her and said, as an FYI, I might be coming home today with a buzz cut.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about, it'd be so fun to surprise her. I went back into my text messages, saw it was delivered, not read.
Oh, wow.
So I went ahead and basically deleted it. She sent question mark. I said, sorry, wrong text.
So she's
unaware.
Blissfully aloof right now.
Blissfully for now.
Where did we get the Clippers?
That's
too many questions, though, because we need to keep driving the next portion. We still need people to get Gabe Neitzel to shave his beard.
Well,
800.
that looks like a beard clipper there. Like, I'm worried about Brad's head.
I'm done.
It'll be fine.
It will be fine. He said he's a willing participant.
Famous last words.
It'll be fine.
Full consent.
There's been precedent set here. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to stop this.
800-990-3776. Text golf to 800-990-3776.
I want to throw this out there as well for the next person, if they'd like. If they want to donate a $500 donation, Stephen Watson and I will have you out at the Wisconsin Country Club, and the day is on us. We'll take care of you, a round of golf with myself and Stephen, and we'll take care of you out at Wisconsin Country Club.
If I do that, do I have to take PTO?
You need to donate $1,000.
I might harass Stephen Watson on the chorus. It might be more than 1,000 for you. More than 1,000 for me. All right. We'll keep the stream on YouTube. I think we're about to drop with ESPN Madison. So if you want to see Brad Nortman shave those luscious locks in the 4 o'clock hour as well, Alex Strofe's hair's going down the drain as well. Go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. If there's enough time, you can do me. Otherwise, you'll have to do it from 5 to 5:40 before the weekly wager.
Is he getting out of this somehow?
No, I'm still running the show, dude.
Yeah,
I'm driving all this stuff. Don't start a battle. You're gonna lose.
And Ben knows that he has to get his shaved ASAP because he needs the growth process to start for the wedding.
Fair point.
So
I ain't putting
Ben's
off
not gonna
anything.
Put it off. Yeah, he's not going to put it off.
If anything, I'm just going to start working on my back strength for those 2 acres of lawn mowing. Jim, Matt, and Molly are next in Madison. Corey and Wally in Beaver Dam, the Damn Sports Show. We're with you until 5 o'clock. If you want to see the beautiful Brad Nortman get his hair shaved right now and during the next segment, it's on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and right here on 94.5 ESPN in 2 short minutes.
Radio plays what they want you to hear.
We got a crash on southbound
4394 just south of Beecher. It's off on the left shoulder. So watch out for that. Backups basically starting from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette to that point. On the northbound side, we're seeing delays from just before Fond du Lac Avenue to Keith. Westbound 94 heavy from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And the eastbound side's got some backups from about 70th Street all the way through to 35th. Then checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight becoming cloudy, showers likely, a low of 44. Tomorrow cloudy with periods of rain, best chance early with a high of 54. Weather's brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Visit any of their 6 locations in the Milwaukee market today. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Bev Anderson has a big idea she wants to share.
Bev has been here for 24 years.
Hi, Bev. We're anxious to hear your idea.
Kessler's is 45 years old this year. Monica, remember when your dad used to say in every radio ad, "I'm Richard Kessler, and I want to be your jeweler"?
I never got to hear that.
Yeah, and then Rick would say,
Kessler's Diamonds, inconveniently located on Appleton Avenue in Menominee Falls.
Inconveniently?
Richard said it was inconvenient for people to have to drive all the way to Menominee Falls, so he might as well admit it.
Bev, tell us your idea.
Richard said something else in almost every ad, and I think we should start saying it again because it's really important.
Tell us.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
I love that.
Fantastic idea, Bev.
Kessler's Diamonds.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Hey, KBN Nation, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. And if spring cleaning has you thinking about spring upgrading, this is the month to do it. Freshen up your home's look by boosting your energy efficiency and saving big during Universal Windows Direct Spring Home Improvement event. Yes, right now they have their classic fan favorite, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And there is no limit, buy 4, you only have to pay for 2. And the savings don't stop there. Right now, get a $500 bonus off your entire home improvement project when you work with Universal Windows Direct. Call them today for your free in-home estimate at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or visit them at universalwindowsdirect.com today. For the last windows you'll ever need, go to UWD.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Would you look at that, everybody? It is the Faux Hour at Faux on KBN, raising money for the MAC Fund. We are up to $12,600 raised. Greg Matzik just is coming here. He's a part of this fundraising. Josh from Heartland donated $500, which got us to $12,600, which means he will be golfing with Gabe Neitzel and Steven Watson at the Wisconsin Club. And that also means that Gabe Neitzel will be fully shaven on his face for the first time since 2015.
I go into a room for 4 minutes and I come out and like my phone is blowing up. So the website, the landing page for our donations, it comes to me. So I had set it up. So everything that's happening right now, I'm getting these alerts. Burp, burp, burp. Everything's going. What is
it's the power of KBN Nation.
What is happening?
I will reset that in a second. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman currently getting his hair shaved on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Gabe Neitzel, Greg Matzik. We have Steven Watson. They teamed up to raise money. Text GOLF to 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. We started around 8,900, and then once we got to 11,000, I said that I would wear whitey tighties for a week since I don't wear underwear. I said it once we get the largest donation and get to like 1,150, that I would mow their lawn, and it's a 2-acre lawn, so that's going to be wonderful. I also will be joining
Shout out
the
to Daniel the landscaper for donating
in the
$1,000.
tidy whities or no?
That's up to the landscaper. That's up to the landscaper.
Well, good to know.
Strofe didn't want to get his buzz cut.
All right, no, he didn't want to get his ears pierced.
And then he didn't want to get a buzz cut, and then I said, so you don't want to help fight childhood cancer? And he said, what are you going to do, Ben? And I said, he challenged the wrong guy. So I joined him with the buzz cut, and he was stuck, and he is now getting a buzz cut. So we have 3 buzz cuts. Gabe just hit his 12,500 number, so he's shaving the beard. And Brad will wear suits for a week if we hit 13,000.
There's a lot going on here. So number one, Ben, you are not getting injured this year, right, as you have in previous years. That's a win for you.
Yes, I have knocked the slap out of my life.
Okay, that is good. Now, high and tight is something you played with in college, so that's nothing new for you. I don't know if Brad was ever high and tight.
He was, but his wife's not going to like it.
Yeah, I was in my playing days with a helmet and whatnot, but I floated this idea to my wife.
He's currently getting his buzz cut for the record.
TC doing just unbelievable work because all he could find was a beard shaver, and he is just doing everything he can to try to shorten up Brad's hair.
And I'm not going to lie, I do put a little product in my hair that he's working through.
A lot
of product.
As someone who shaves his head every other day, that thing is tugging a little bit. Was that at Walgreens, Tony? Where'd you find that thing?
Precisely.
Precisely. Just down the road. Likely came with a little asbestos, too. So, Gabe, you are shaving your beard now?
I will shave my beard. We are at that point. So I think that in order to make sure I avoid the tugging, and plus I want to make sure, I mean, look at how clean shaven our boy Brad is
looks
over
great.
there.
It looks nice.
I have not owned like shaving cream and a razor. Like I've got a beard trimmer so I can trim the beard. On my way home from this tonight, I will stop. I will get the shaving cream. I will get the razor that I need. And then this bad boy, we'll take video. We make sure we post it on social, but I'll take this bad boy off tonight.
Gabe, do we offer Greg anything to say, hey, KBN Nation, if you get up to 13,400 more away?
That's up to Greg. That's up to Greg if he wants to
anything
be
you're
a part
open
of
to doing?
Boy, I hadn't given it much thought. I don't know how to get on the same level. I already cut my hair. I don't wear tidy whities. I'm not going to. Though I have had a vasectomy, so maybe it wouldn't be all that bad. That's too much. Okay. I kind of like where you're going with the lawn mowing.
What about a Brazilian wax?
No, definitely not doing that.
I also have an idea that you could go into Lake Michigan for 3 minutes underwater.
For underwater?
Yeah.
Can I do it near the boat that is still out there, the Deep Thought boat?
Well, now there's a second boat that's stuck with
yes,
there.
a floating broken pontoon. It really is. It's a great story. We're covering it.
Let's go to Josh and Kenosha on the Carbless Talking text line as Brad Nortman is... The hair's starting to go away. Tony's doing a great job.
How's it looking, boys?
Shorter.
It doesn't look much different,
but it will.
But we're getting there.
We're definitely getting there. Josh and Kenosha, you're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Hey guys, first off, I was happy to donate $100 earlier.
Thank you very much.
I have a proposition.
Okay.
Because Kyle seems like he's getting off the hook, and we need to get Kyle to wear a Caleb Williams jersey.
Kyle to wear a Caleb Williams jersey.
Caleb Williams sucks.
That is Kyle AI'd right there. Not AI'd, but those were his voice. I mean, if we get to 13,000 and that man comes back and we raise over $4,100.
The week that you are wearing your tidy whities, the week that Brad's coming in wearing a suit, like I'm sure there's a Caleb Williams jersey floating around at ESPN 1000 in Chicago, our sister station. We can get that up here, and he's just got to wear that for the week that you guys.
I really want him to have the Caleb Williams painted nails, though.
I know you do. I don't know if we're going to actually be able to convince him to do that.
Yeah, this is the thing, is I want it to be achievable because we all have learned it's halfway Kyle at the show. Yeah. He doesn't fully commit. He didn't do the full Brazilian wax. I did the whole thing, and
That's
they go,
like,
further that you're not going to go as far as the first person did. He goes, oh, no.
Him wearing a Caleb Williams jersey while he's doing his show over on The Truth and while here. I think that's reasonable.
Brad, update over there?
Well, the hair is, we're making progress, boys. The idea of Kyle wearing a Caleb Williams jersey, that's so juicy. That is my equivalent to wearing a suit, and
that is my equivalent to wearing underwear. So we need the facts to present to him as to why this is fair for all of us. 'Cause we're all doing something that is uncomfortable for us. Mine just happens to be what 99% of people do every day.
Yeah, well for you, that's cruel and unusual punishment, but that's okay. So who's playing golf with you and Watson now? How did this work?
Josh from Heartland.
Josh from Heartland donated $500, which got us up over $12,500 total. And so Josh from Heartland going to be playing golf with me and Steven.
Need a fourth?
Yeah, we might need a fourth.
Come on, he's got to do something to help, drive donations here other than play golf. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, who has the largest donation and is the person who has the 2 acres of lawn that I'll be mowing. No, Ben, I want you to wear pants or shorts. Please do not show up in whitey tighties.
Okay, that's a good clarification. Good clarification over there that we have. So again, Greg, if you think of something, you could jump in. Right now, we have raised over $3,000 on this show alone in the last 2 hours for the MAC Fund, which is being doubled because our match program is still going on because of our friend Craig Sorbo, the founder and president of Paintings for Pediatrics.
And that in every $25 donation, you're entered to win pizza. Give me the details of that, Greg.
Yeah, so this is Palermo's coming up for the second straight year and helping us out with this. So any $25 donation or more, you're automatically entered. You don't have to do anything else into a drawing to win Palermo's Pizza for a year, which is coupons you can redeem at Sendix, Festival Foods, Pick and Save, wherever wherever Palermo's Pizza are sold. And then a shiny and beautiful pizza oven.
That's awesome.
We've got 3 of those to give away. So if you miss out on one drawing, you might win the other. So this is automatic. This is going right into the system here. You don't have to do anything else other than make a $25 donation or more.
And that's golf to 800-990-3776. That's golf to 800-990-3776. Brad Nortman is very tense right now.
Slowly but surely, TC is making progress over there. I as long as this is taking, we may have to come up with a different plan for you and Strofe to get the hair buzzed.
I have clippers.
Okay.
Yeah, from when I used to get my hair cut at Wisconsin.
I also own clippers.
Cool. I just love how uncomfortable you are at the thought of this, and you're getting really aggressive right now, and
aggressive.
I love it.
Well, no, I wouldn't say you're aggressive. You're nervous. You don't like what the position you got yourself into.
I see how it's going for Brad, so yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's a beard trimmer.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do it on the air tomorrow, I'm sure we can figure something out in terms of getting people.
Oh
here.
yeah, for sure. I'll be in mad. I got to do this tonight. No, I can do it Friday.
Okay.
We're on remote Friday.
I can't do it Friday. but the reason why I'm starting to panic now is because I want to do this ASAP because I need the hair to grow back before the wedding. Greg, at the Weekly Wager, are we doing this?
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can make it happen.
Greg Matzik, if he needs to step up, he'll step up.
I'm happy to step in. Brad, this is looking nice. I don't, given the quality of what Tony has, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to achieve the look that you want with what he has. The artist is doing the work, but
now we're just going for shock value when I walk through the front door.
That's going to run out of battery pretty soon.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I don't think it's a plug.
That'd be a bad spot to have it stopped. Brad, you look horrible, by the way.
I figured I would.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it looks that bad. Can you do a Bank 959 from memory while getting a buzz cut?
Of course I can do a Bank 5-9 from memory. That's because everything about Bank 5-9 is so ingrained in me because of how much they ingrain in the community. Their whole deal, their whole mission statement, make lives better. They can make your life better in so many ways. And they do that with their top-of-the-line financial guidance and aid for your life, whether it be checking, savings, CDs, mortgages, loans, whatever it is, Bank 5-9 has you covered. Not only that, they are operating everywhere in the community. Volunteerism, charitable giving. Their singular goal of making lives better is working its way all throughout southeastern Wisconsin. So if you want to find out how Bank 5-9 can make your life better, then you need to check out Bank 5-9 today for that true local community bank that you've been looking for. Check out my friends at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
All right, we are at $12,600 raised for Gabe Neitzel, Stephen Watson, and Greg Matzik. Gabe is in for the rest of the show till 5 o'clock. Brad Nortman is currently getting a buzz cut, and Alex Strofe is nervous and his knees are shaking because he doesn't know what he's going to do without hair. I do want to replay a little bit of what Giannis had to say yesterday and continue to hear from KBN Nation about ideas And if somebody gets us a little bit closer to 13,000, I did bring the old credit card down here to make sure we get it to have Brad wearing suits for a week. So buckle up, Brad. But if someone give me a little bit closer, I appreciate it. Golf to 800-990-3776. More next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
Pull my baby out the goal. Yeah, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby gonna get hit that many times with a puck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got a crash on southbound 4394 just south of Beecher. It's off on the left shoulder. So watch out for that. Backups basically starting from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette to that point. On the northbound side, we're seeing delays from just before Fond du Lac Avenue to Keith. Westbound 94 heavy from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And the eastbound side's got some backups from about 70th Street all the way through to 35th. Then checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight becoming cloudy, showers likely, a low of 44. Tomorrow cloudy with periods of rain, best chance early with a high of 54. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Visit any of their 6 locations in the Milwaukee market today. Try your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance, world-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Brothers Milwaukee, Champs Americana Brookfield, Double D's Hales Corners, Ray and Dot's Greendale, and Who's on Third Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We are $300 away when you text golf to 800-990-3776. As Brad Nortman is currently on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee getting his buzz cut. Strofe will be getting his buzz cut with Real Clippers. Likely, I don't know.
Are you guys going to do this on air? Are you guys going to do this at home?
That's the thing, is if it's on air, it will have to be Monday. Or I could come in for Sunday Karma.
Sunday Karma is live from the Summerfest grounds for the MS Walk on Sunday. So going to be a little hard to do it there. I mean, I was just planning on doing it tonight, but I think we should probably do it on the air.
I think we should too. All right, quick calendar check here, Strofe.
Yep.
I think we're all good on Monday. I'm all good. Monday the 5th it is. You and I on the air with Clippers.
Yep.
Do you want me? Because I was just going to, because again, I want to pick up the proper equipment that I haven't had. Do you want me? I will come in on Monday. Well, actually, I can't come in on Monday. I've got Aaron Hill's media day on Monday, so I guess I'll just have to shave my beard when I get home tonight.
I just feel bad for Brad.
Because he's he's a sacrificial lamb.
And shout out to TC. This is
no easy process.
TC is putting in the effort.
Yeah,
he's locked in too. By the way, like you're in good hands.
Oh, I know, no doubt, no doubt.
A buzz cut should not take 20 minutes.
Yeah, and like I put in this product in it, and it's just he's working through it. He's a true pro.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. I mean, this is gonna be me, so you can laugh back. Now, Daniel the Sloth chimes in and says he will donate $500 to get us over that 13,000 to get Brad to wear suits and tie for a week. As long as you agree that Kyle has to wear a Chicago Bears jersey for a week.
We need to make sure Kyle's going to follow through fully with the painted nails.
Well, that's the thing is I would love to do this, but I can't put my word on Kyle because he's gone halfway in everything we've done.
Look, I think the painted nails is going to be a tough ask for you guys. The Bears jersey, especially given everything else that you guys have gone through by the time he returned. Because when's he coming back? Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to be shaving your heads live on air on Monday. Brad's already going to be having a shaven head. You're going to be wearing tidy whities. He's going to be wearing suits. I'm going to be
beardless.
Like, I think that if Kyle wants to continue to be a part of KBN Nation, wearing a Bears jersey for a week is a small sacrifice for the kids.
We just need to get to 13,000. We are $300 away, and every $25 donation will help get you into the drawing for a pizza oven and pizza with Palermo's. We have matches going on, and you can get to the page at KBN ESPN on Twitter X. You can go to GNeitzel16 on Twitter X, or you can text golf to 800-990-3776. Taylor in Waukesha chimes in here. How much for part 2 of Blow Up Doll Date?
That's on you. That's on you. I don't think anybody else has anything. I mean, I think the first time you did it, you made everybody so uncomfortable that I was hoping nobody thinks you should ever do it again. But that's on you.
I think if I got a flat 1,000 from somebody.
Okay.
A flat.
I mean, I feel like circumstances are different now. Because now, I mean...
Oh, I have a kid.
You have a kid. You're engaged. You're about to get married.
I don't know. She could grow up and be proud of me still.
That's on you. I understand. I mean, again, everybody gets caught up in the emotions these days. It's how Homer's face ended up on Josh's tattoo. Or Homer's face.
Yeah, but this isn't permanent, and I'm fine. I'll do it for 1,000.
Okay, all right.
1,000. For the next 40 minutes, someone does 1,000 flat and says blow up. I will go on another date with a blow up doll. I am going to have so much explaining to do to my fiance tonight.
Look,
she's not in the loop on any of this?
Any of this. The only thing I got that is she's having a bad day at work. So, can't wait to add to that one. Am I right? Really crushing this engagement thing.
Who should be more nervous about the reaction of their significant? Well, I guess your significant other knows.
Yeah, I'm giving her hours to get used to it.
Yeah.
And understand what's happening. However, Ben's not going to show up with a shaved head, so she'll have some time to get used to it.
How are you going to explain this when you get home? So, dear, listen. Things got out of control today on KBN.
No, because she's seen me get slapped. You know, she.
Yeah, but you getting slapped had nothing. Really, it did not affect her at all.
Will my hair be good by June 26th?
What's June 26th?
Made them believe. 2015 Final Four.
Well, but again, if it's a little shorter, isn't that just homage?
It's a little throwback.
Yeah, just an homage to those teams.
Your hair should be back.
What, are you a hair expert now?
I mean, you don't have that much hair.
Whew.
Yeah, I mean, hair grows back.
Getting hot. Is it getting hot in here?
It's been hot in here, Ben. It's been hot. It's been hot in here.
He tried to get every boss he could think of
I know.
in the studio.
That was the softest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's exactly what happened.
We appreciate the $25 from you, Jeff, in what the Mac Fund was founded on and how we are able to continue to promote the great things that the Mac Fund is doing. Usually, I'm pretty good at continuing to go, but yeah, I guess, look, I'll do Blow Up Doll Part 2 officially on a $1,000 donation.
All right. If somebody wants to see that, you can just text GOLF, GOLF, to 800-990-3776.
What was so magnificent about the Blow Up Doll thing is it made Josh DiMaggio so uncomfortable that he had to leave the bar.
Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot to make Josh uncomfortable.
And that's the thing, is it really does. He literally couldn't handle the social anxiety that he had. Like, for those who obviously don't know what happened, I went to a restaurant and I was seated in the middle of an outdoor patio with Judy, who was my blow-up doll. I put a napkin on her neck. I poured water into her mouth. I asked Judy, what do you think for a drink? And then I would answer as if like she was talking to me. And then as other people were murmuring around us, I would tell Judy, like, look, everywhere we go, we're used to this. People look at us, they judge us. Like, just it's you and me. Just stay locked in on the dinner. It's you and me. Don't let the others like and I just went like that for a good hour and a half. I did not break once. I didn't smile. I'm a crazy individual.
Yes.
So if you want to see that happen again, with our video technology, where we can maybe, have some video. I mean, that's my biggest regret, is not having the video of me with Judy. And like now, Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram, who does our social media, mics me up during the middle of the segments. We could hide some mics where people can hear me and like hear me say the weirdest things in the world to literally a blow-up doll at a restaurant. I don't know if that was a good enough sales pitch for $1,000 to the Mac Fund, but I gave it my best.
Again, somebody asked the question. You provided them an answer.
They did. Taylor and Waukesha did ask, and everyone's got a price, and I just have to come up with a new name because Judy is no longer with us. I guess I need to say that either. Judy was a non-negotiable. When I moved from my rental house to the home,
an object.
Yeah, well, my fiance was getting a little uncomfortable opening up the garage and seeing a blow-up doll. Can you blame her?
Understandably so.
Can you blame her?
No, she did the right thing.
What do you mean? She's no longer with us. You can just buy another one and call it Judy.
Judy was special.
Judy was my
my
first blow-up doll date. You only get one of those.
I didn't think the word date was coming after that.
No, date. Definitely date. Brad Nortman looks beautiful on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. A real trooper. I mean, like, he legitimately now, Gabe has a buzz cut. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman getting his haircut. Gabe Nitel, as we're helping raise money for the Mac Fund. Alex Strofe shivering as he's nervous about getting his haircut. And, Brad.
Wow. Okay, this is like the moment where like you get your haircut. Imagine getting your haircut blindfolded and then the big reveal. I look up at YouTube. Holy cow, this is a buzz cut.
You got a buzz cut.
You got a buzz cut.
Dude, this is tight. TC, you did a really good job. With beard cutters.
There's some work to do.
Beard cutters.
I don't know if you should have that face, TC. You should be proud of what you accomplished here. I mean, what
oh my God, Lexi is going to kill me. Look at that. Look at that.
Again, just have Lexi call me.
The foster children and be like, who are you?
They might not recognize. They might cry when they see me.
So I don't know Lexi, but I hope she doesn't hate me for this one.
No. Again, Brad made his decision.
Yeah, like I'm saying, if anybody's significant other has an issue,
call Gabe.
Call me.
Yeah.
This is on me. I will explain this. Yeah. No, I think you look fine.
Oh, man.
This just happened.
It's just going to take, you know, like when you get a haircut, the first couple of days, you look in the mirror, like it doesn't feel like you. I feel like that right now. Like, who's the man looking back at me?
From this distance, I'm pretty happy with the work given the circumstances.
This is impressive.
Yes, I mean, given the tool you had, it was
and the product.
You know,
Brad was a product
I think
guy.
we should run Brad through Tsunami Express.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes...
absolutely. So smooth.
I'm going to want it. No longer can I put the windows down and feel the wind through my hair when I'm driving my beautiful, spotless car. That's okay, though, because my car, everyone's going to be looking at the car and not at me. That's because... when you look at Tsunami Express, you're going to walk away with an unbelievably beautiful, spotless, reflective-looking car. They have state-of-the-art wash technology. They do inside, outside, clean, powerful, free vacuums. I mean, there's so many things about Tsunami Express that keeps me coming back to make sure that my car is indeed clean. That's a good thing about being a Ceramic monthly member like me, is that I can go day after day after day to Tsunami Express. So why don't you be like me, be able to enjoy day after day of a fresh, clean-looking car all over southeastern Milwaukee is where you can find Tsunami Express car washes. So go ahead and enjoy your car, your clean car, and experience how you can wash, chill, and repeat with Tsunami Express Car Wash.
All right, Brad's done. Stroph's next. Haircut time, Alex Strofe. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound on 894, we've got big delays. The right lane is blocked right just past Loomis, all because of a broken down vehicle. So that is what is causing huge delays back through the Hale interchange in all directions. Matter of fact, southbound 894 starts to slow down just south of Greenfield Avenue, all the way down and around the Hale. We've got northbound on 43 still backing up from about Fond du Lac Avenue all the way to Keith. The southbound side is going to be slow from just south of Hampton all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. Westbound 94, delays there from about 25th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. And then on northbound 41, very heavy ride from just before Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Silver Spring. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, becoming cloudy, showers likely with a low of 44. Tomorrow, cloudy with periods of rain, best chance early with a high of 54. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Bev Anderson has a big idea she wants to share.
Bev has been here for 24 years.
Hi, Bev. We're anxious to hear your idea.
Kessler's is 45 years old this year. Monica, remember when your dad used to say in every radio ad, "I'm Richard Kessler, and I want to be your jeweler"?
I never got to hear that.
Yeah, and then Rick would say,
Kessler's Diamonds, inconveniently located on Appleton Avenue in Menominee Falls.
Inconveniently?
Richard said it was inconvenient for people to have to drive all the way to Menominee Falls, so he might as well admit it.
Bev, tell us your idea.
Richard said something else in almost every ad, and I think we should start saying it again because it's really important.
Tell us.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
I love that.
Fantastic idea, Bev.
Kessler's Diamonds.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The I-94 rivalry is more than just bragging rights. Get to the ballpark for Brewers-Cubs action May 2nd through the 4th and spend Friday and Saturday night under the lights and help the Crew defend American Family Field and the National League Central Crown.
That's your ball game!
Then pack the park for Sunday matinee baseball at the May 4th series finale and take advantage of the Sunday Fun Day bundle. Get your tickets now at Brewers.com.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No limit. Pay no interest until 2030 plus $500 off your home improvement project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sport called Screamin' Sicilian's Holy Pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screaming is about.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. I know we only met, but let's pretend it's
$12,960. Gabe, what has happened? We really didn't start getting donations till like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple early because, I mean, again, yesterday was a big day in Wisconsin sports with the Bucks being eliminated from postseason. You had Tyrese Haliburton's dad wandering out on the floor getting into it with Giannis being very thoughtful in his press conference after about what had happened between him and Tyrese's dad. And really over the last hour and a half, maybe close to hour 45, because I feel that last segment of the first hour really started getting some momentum. We just continue to raise a lot of money to the MAC Fund. And if you want to participate, be part of the craziness, 800-990-3776. Just text the word GOLF, GOLF, to that number. So far, what we have done. By the way, we have 21 donations, which is always an important thing for me when we're doing this for the MAC Fund, because there are about 18 to 20 of us that end up playing in this event. Myself, Steven Watson, Greg Matzik all playing it. And we don't have the network that some of these other people do where they get these huge donations, big-time donations. So I want to show off the strength of KBN Nation, of all the fans of ESPN Wisconsin, WTMJ, and show the reach that we have with all the different donations. Like there have been as little as $10 donations, which all of it helps the MAC Fund. And all of it has helped for you, Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, who's not here because he's cleaning himself up after getting
where did he go? I have a feeling he got locked out outside. Do we need to check on him?
I mean, he took his phone with him, so...
I don't know, but if you let the door shut behind you, if you're going outside,
yeah,
he might be running around the building as we speak.
Yeah, that's true. But you, Alex Strofe, the three of you all getting buzz cuts because of the money that was raised here today. I am going to be shaving off my beard.
Yep. I'll be mowing a 2-acre lawn.
You are. And we are $40 away from... We already have you in tidy whities for a week. We're $40 away from Brad Nortman wearing a suit for a week.
Suit and tie.
Suit and tie. Yeah, full suit and tie.
Yeah, we got to $12,960. So we're $40 away from a Brad Nortman
and like we can
buzz
commit
cut
Kyle, right? Commit Kyle
guy.
to a Bears jersey.
I mean, if he doesn't, he'll be known as somebody who hates the MAC Fund.
Yep.
I will brand him as that.
I mean, because look at the sacrifice that we're doing. I mean, buzzing our heads collectively now as a show. And for Kyle, I mean, you're just talking about some fingernail paint and some jersey for a week. We're already doing things uncomfortable.
Because I would never ask Kyle to shave his head.
No,
that would be incredibly unreasonable.
No, I did see some texts. I was like, sorry, guys, it's not happening. It's not even right to ask Kyle for that.
No. So we would never even imagine that. But wearing a Bears jersey? Come on. For a week during the show?
Steve and Kyle, couple golfs right there. You guys could be the ones to make Brad Nortman be uncomfortable for a week.
I mean, I don't know what will make me more uncomfortable, walking around with this newly fresh shaved head or being tight in a suffocating suit all week. That's what I feel like. I feel enclosed and suffocated when I wear a suit.
I'm
I don't
telling
like
you,
it.
I think the buzz cuts, you're going to feel, I mean, you're going to grow it back out, but right now you're going to feel a little bit of freedom. You're not going to be using the product that you were. You're not going to be in the shower as long, so you don't have to, go through as much shampoo. There's a little bit of freedom with the buzz cut.
Gabe, you're right. I mean, I was living in bondage. I really was. I was living in bondage to my appearance, to my look, to my hair. I woke up in the morning and my hair dictated my day. No more. No more. I regained control of my life. Pretty proud of it.
I think it looks fantastic. All things considered, I think it looks fantastic.
David and Ray, I see a lot of golfs coming in at 800-990-3776. KBN Nation, ESPN Wisconsin. Make sure you're listening on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Download on your App Store or Google Play Store. It's just amazing to see the support for Gabe and for all the things that we're going to end up doing. I mean, I'm mowing 2 acres of grass.
That one's crazy in Southern Illinois.
Well, no, that was $750. I said for the highest donation of the day, I would.
And somebody donated $1,000.
Oh wow! Wait, does that mean 1,000 is also the return of Judy 2.0?
No, that was in the
earlier.
past. Yes,
gotcha.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, so Strofe for the kids. Thank you for the $25. And Kyle getting us up over that number that we were looking for. We are up over $13,000 raised for the Mac Fund.
Kyle Wallace?
Hell no.
Did he know that he just signed himself up to wear a Bears jersey?
No, but he's going to find out.
What do we know?
Bondage, Brad.
Do we know what number we're at? Are we at the 34 for Giannis? An ode to
So
honor?
I have been keeping a track. So we have right now 23 donations throughout the course of the show. We have raised over $4,000 throughout the course
look at that.
of this show.
Look at that.
So if you still aren't saying anything because you're so anxious about getting your hair cut.
I just donated $25.
I know, but I didn't say that.
Say it was for the kids.
You just are you good?
I've accepted my fate.
Okay, then I want you to be you. Like you were all antsy pantsy, and now you're just sitting there with your hands in your pants.
Yeah, because I thought it was happening today, but it's not happening today.
Well, I think aren't you glad it's not happening today, though?
No.
After seeing what happened with Brad, how long it took to get with the Clippers.
I'm glad it didn't happen with that razor.
Yes.
I can say that much. I'm actually not super glad. Let's just hope my girlfriend's not listening for a moment. Because now she's going to try to talk me out of it, which there's no happening.
Yeah, I mean, she will then be labeled as somebody.
Again, have her call me.
Yeah. I've already sent you your number.
Okay.
But now, when are we doing it? Monday? Is that what we've decided, or should I do it tonight?
No. We're doing it on the air.
Okay.
We're doing it on the fans. Need to see it
Monday?
Okay, so I think I know you want to serve the fans, but also Brad. I mean, how long do you want to have Brad just hanging there by himself as the only one with the buzz
part I feel bad about. I think I should do it tonight, and we can do the reveal tomorrow. And then if we want to do yours on the air on Monday, we can do that.
I like that plan.
I'll do mine tonight?
Yes. What clipper?
Well, what did he use? 3?
3.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I was going to do 3. I was going to go all in solidarity. Number 3 clipper. All throughout.
For reference, that's what my beard is right now. I just shaved it on Sunday.
Hopefully you like the way your beard feels.
That's not a lot of hair, I'll tell you that much.
Not a lot. Let me tell you from now.
Hey, it's getting hot outside.
The weather's about to turn, though. It's going to be nice and warm.
Gabe, you wear a hat every day, right?
Not every day, but, I mean, most days probably.
Okay. I think that's probably just what I'll have to do for a while. Except tomorrow. I will not wear a hat tomorrow. I'll own it tomorrow.
How much to have Kyle run a 5K?
Oh, come on. But 5K's nothing.
Yeah, it's 3.1 miles.
He's an athlete.
He's thrown a fit about racing Strofe.
Okay, that's actually hilarious, though. I wish we would have thought about that earlier. I mean,
Kyle's got it. We got to get this guy.
What do you think, Homer?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve the Homer True. Just walking in.
Wait. Don't.
You think I want my hair to look like this?
I'm trying to be like you, Homer.
It is Wednesday.
That's the biggest lie you've ever spoken in your life.
It is Wednesday, and Homer will join us next, but I'm going to tell you about New Berlin's Princeton Club. Steam rooms, saunas, workout classes, basketball courts, tennis courts, you name it, they have it. The Princeton Club is the place to be. No goal is too small. No goal is too large. You simply start today, and you will find your better tomorrow. You help provide yourself with a strong mind, yourself with a strong body, and the community gets better with all the initiatives at the New Berlin Princeton Club. Homer, You never know what he's got up his sleeve next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Do you think?
Nope.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker, it's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky, the drop stab,
that's his favorite.
and the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at UWHoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tauscher here for Prize Picks, the best place to turn your sports knowledge into cash. With millions of members, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Cash in on the basketball playoffs with Prize Picks. Don't miss your last chance to add your favorite players from the court to your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's points, rebounds, assists, take your pick of more or less for your shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash today. Starting with the play-in round, every lineup you make on Prize Picks will enter you in the Takes 2 ticket sweepstakes, which could get you a +1, a VIP trip to the ship. Download the app today and use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Save big money on your next outdoor project at Menards. Easily transport mulch, stone, and other materials with the Masterforce heavy-duty steel wheelbarrow. Maneuver over any terrain with a 16-inch tire that never goes flat. Save big money on this and all other Masterforce tools exclusively at Menards. Visit us in-store and at menards.com and see all the great deals going on now in our weekly flyer.
Save big money at Menards.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket.
Oh, wow.
He dunks it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby. that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee. Find your higher love at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Oh, that's right. If you are looking for a true local community bank, then look no further than Bank 5-9. They're all over southeastern Wisconsin, and they are focused on making lives better. That is indeed their mission statement, and they do that in every way. They do that in charitable giving, in volunteerism, of course, serving their customers and employees to give their customers the best financial support and in every part of their financial life possible. So if you want to work with a true local community bank, then Bank 5-9 is your way to go. Bank 5-9, making lives better all across southeastern Wisconsin. Check out bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Brad Nortman officially has a haircut. Ben Brust will have one Monday. Strofe will have one tonight. Gabe Knights will have a fully shaved beard. I'll be mowing a 2-acre lawn, wearing whitey tighties. We passed where we needed to get to, which was $13,000. We're up to $13,200, and that means Brad Norton will be showing up in a suit and tie for a week. And Dave from Aaron on the Carbless Talking text line says, with Homer joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Norman, how much to take Strofe and his hair clippings to glue to Homer's head?
Oh, wow.
$1 million. So he's still going to your wedding, right?
Strofe? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some.
Yeah, if somebody did like 10,000, then they could have a spot.
By the way, the NFL punter here reminds me of Pee Wee Herman. Now,
Homer,
hold on.
There's already enough issues.
No. This was the good Pee Wee Herman before he went bad. Marquette plays Stevens Point. They were the defending national champions. Jack Bennett's the coach. And at some point during the game, I go, man, these guys are good. They play. But I said, every player looks like Pee Wee Herman. Because they all did look like Pee Wee Herman.
Just shaved heads, running around the court.
Yes, dark hair, shaved head.
Wow.
And so after the game, Jack Bennett calls me and says, it's not true. You didn't say that. Why? He said, they all look like Pee Wee Herman. I said, yeah, I said it. How could you do that? I go, because they all look like Pee Wee Herman. He's to this day, if you saw him, you'll be like, Homer, I can't believe you'd say that. This was long before Pee Wee Herman went bad. But yeah, you look like Pee Wee Herman.
I guess I didn't know Pee Wee Herman went bad. I thought
it was in a movie
went
theater.
Bad.
Yeah. Paul Rubens, the actor behind. There's some complications there. Yeah.
I'll Google that in my own time.
Well, I believe HBO has a documentary out.
Oh wow!
To be fair, he was legendary. The stuff he did in children, the different shows was unbelievable. And then one movie theater, one night. I mean, I don't know the particulars, but so yeah, man. Even when you don't have any hair, your hair looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a receding hairline, but we're working with it.
No, that's not even close.
No.
You want to see receding hairline? I'll take off my hat.
Let's go. Come on.
It's a receding hairline off.
Homer, when did you start losing your hair?
It'd be 30, something like that.
What, at age 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much for you to bring back the toupee?
I'll do that for free.
I was about to
That's
say,
no punishment. I got two. I thought I would do it.
Are you
that's
unaware
not
of what Homer used to do when he was on television?
You would take it off, right?
That was I thought I could have.
This was one of my favorite Homerisms of all time. When you were working at Channel 12.
Yep, and they had the announcement for the stadium, and we went up there, and they had the press conference, and then I said at the end, let's go everything, and I said, plus you should know right now, right down at Channel 12, 5 o'clock will be the headquarters for the Dome Stadium to know where it's open or closed. And I said, if it's closed, it'll be like this. If it's open, it'll be like this. I took my hairpiece off, and I said, back to you, Marty and Jerry. They are the anchors. And Marty Burns-Wolf goes, I just never understood why he wore that thing. But it would have been. And I was ready to go. I mean, you can't argue that would have worked.
Oh, it's a brilliant.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Sadly, there were two parts. They had the crane issue, the tragic, so that it slowed it down a year. And then they kicked me off the sports before that. So I even said, I don't want to come back. Just let me do that. Nope.
Homer, can you imagine the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you like that vision?
No, it's sad. Everybody loves him. I would hope, just so everybody knows, this will be a topic of discussion every day. Not only every day till next season, but every day Giannis is a member of the Bucks.
Absolutely.
And so get accustomed to it. But I'm just hoping that he's willing to stay one more year because, some of the guys that played with him, they did okay. So there are limits. Gabe can explain it. You need to talk to a banker. Mm-hmm. There are just so many limits. But to Giannis, say, Giannis, give us 1 year with a new. I think they got to have a new coach. To just, I mean, I'd pay him alone.
But do you think 1 year with this current group would compel him to stay here for a long time?
Maybe not. No, probably not. But that's the best you got because basically you got nothing. Like everyone in this room, knowing what the situation is after Gabe explained it, everyone would say, I got to go. Every person. Other than Giannis, who's so incredibly nice, I think he might be willing to give it a shot for a year to see if they could,
and then hopefully you can sell him on. Then hopefully you can sell him on Damian Lillard coming back and whatever assets they're able to acquire if they can.
Damian's done. I mean, he'll be playing, but he's Fred Lillard or whatever. It's over. He can't play next year, and then he's never going to be that player.
Yeah, he's never gonna. It's going to be hard.
Fred Lillard.
Yeah, it's Damian, but he's Fred.
That's just.
I mean, you know, right? When you get to that point where a star player. I mean, I would assume Emmitt Smith at some point, if I remember late in his career, he became Fred.
So is Aaron Rodgers, or is he a different name yet?
I think I have called him Fred Rodgers or whatever.
Fred?
I still think he has something there. But again, it also deals with the injuries. Those guys, one day, you get hurt.
That's why I'm bringing it up, because Damian Lillard just got the torn Achilles.
How good Brett Favre was at the end of his career. Mm-hmm. And then at Minnesota, gets hurt. Done. So, I mean, Gabe, just... try to tell people just the reality of it.
No. This has been a show of not listing off the things why it's so bad for Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks.
They don't know.
It hasn't been 24 hours, Homer. Can you give me 24 hours to go through the emotions of a hard 7-point disastrous?
No,
35-second.
I told people all year you got to go watch him play. You just don't know how long, and they just got mad at the messenger. But Giannis has to, and Gabe is the first one who told me this, because of what happened in Dallas, the Bucks can't say we're going to trade Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis has to do it, and I'm not sure he wants that to do that.
Yeah, especially with 1 year left on his contract.
Right. So we got to put a package together to get Giannis. All I want is 1 year. And maybe it becomes the what's the year when you leave and everybody honors you?
Oh, like a retirement tour?
Yes, a tour year for the Bucks fans. So, and even if you know he's going to leave, he's still incredible to watch.
And he would give it his all, no matter what.
Right,
well, because he only has 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, him leaving the Bucks, it has to be like the very last option. Like, I mean, it can't be. I can't imagine this ownership group is like,
no. There's no option. No, ownership group does not want him to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing, because when you hear national media, they talk about, the Bucks would be better off, by letting him go now and all that, which drives me absolutely crazy.
They wouldn't be better off because they don't own any of their own draft picks.
Yeah, exactly.
But as an organization, you don't want to be the one, as Dallas has found out, and people will still love to watch him play.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at, you run this business. Is the business worth more with Giannis or without?
Significantly with.
It's like, all right, I'm in the dairy
triple.
business. Am I better with cows or without cows? That's what this is. I mean, if it just gets people to appreciate just how incredibly special he is. So just, come on,
That's the thing.
Giannis.
People already know.
Come on, Giannis, give us a year. Let them try to put together,
something that's competitive.
With some of the guys that played last night.
Because that group, I mean, they had to run them into the ground, and they were all
correct.
exhausted.
Right.
So you need a little bit more depth behind it.
I guess my question would be is if you move on from some of these expiring contracts, and every time I think about it, I'm like, oh no, you have Kyle Kuzma on your team, and he signed for a couple more years after this. Is there anyone they could bring in to at least be equal to what they were this year? Because they weren't even that good this year.
Yes, I think they can be.
I think they can be equal.
That's all I want. Just give Giannis a shot.
Just a little bit of hope to win a playoff series or two.
I'm vice president to Gabe as far as Kuzma. I don't want anything to do with him. He just doesn't fit.
Sorry, everyone we call doesn't want anything to do with him.
Well, they got their bad person their player they want to get rid of, and
so we're trading bad players with each other.
Because
you want a different bad player.
Yes.
A fresh start for everyone.
Look, I think it is brutal because 7 points in 35 seconds is really hard to do.
No.
You can't compare it to Seattle because the stakes are not the same.
It never was about the stakes, and people who do that don't understand. Stakes are determined by how big a fan you are of the team. If you're a big fan of the Bucks, this was every bit as bad.
All right.
But if you're a big fan of the Packers, no.
I'm with you.
My eighth grade team, if they had played the last couple minutes like that after the game, I'd go, God, you guys stink.
But you wouldn't be surprised.
I know.
Well, but especially if it ends up being Giannis's last game. Because it was delaying. If they win last night, it's delaying the inevitable.
30 seconds left. Why are you doing this?
I'm just saying that they could have delayed the inevitable because, I mean, the season was not going to end in the championship.
Trent had a historic game.
Yeah.
The last one. That's one you should remember forever, and it's all forgotten.
Giannis is the first